It's
We're live right now. Welcome everybody on YouTube. This is Chris Closes Your Deal and Christian Weatherspoon here with Real Estate Investing Made Easy. And we're going to do our best here to make real estate investing easy for you so you can show this to your friends. Pop on and listen to Chris as he's on the call. I'll be underwriting deals that make sense to underwrite as he throws them my way in the background. Chris, how you doing, dude?
doing great. Ready to lock up some deals.
All right, man. Hey, the floor is yours to crush it.
Let's go. All right, let's start dialing. So I got a few follow-up calls actually. I had a call earlier this morning and ready to make offer. This guy wanted $35,000 for his property. I'm going to come in at a whopping $22,000 and see where we go from there. So let's go. All right. Yeah. Let me know if you can or cannot hear him pick up or the voicemail. It's not ringing yet.
Yo,
Hey, Andrew.
what's going on, Chris?
Hey, what's up, man? How you doing?
I'm all right. I missed your call, man. I was going back and forth and had some other calls, so I couldn't get to you yet. I got your message that I already called you back and left you a message.
No worries, man. No worries. Playing some phone tag, so it's all good, man. Oh, glad
Well,
we're able.
I figured we still staying in contact. Maybe we might be able to negotiate something.
Yeah, I think, I mean, hey, here's the deal. I went to them, I gave them all the information and, the first thing I want to say is congratulations because the property was actually approved to be purchased. All right. So that's really the first hurdle is making sure that they even want to buy it. Because I'll tell you, like in the last 2 months, I haven't had a single property in Gary, Indiana approved. So I'm just excited they even approved one. All right. Um,
Because it's a real nice home, and like I say, I'm just not gonna take the bare minimum because I know the actual value of it. And I
yeah.
think somebody with a little capital can complete the project that I started
Yep.
and be done with to the point. I mean, you don't win in every venture. You don't win. You know what I'm saying? If I even break even, hey, that's great. But sometimes you lose a little bit.
Yeah.
But you learn as
Exactly.
you go. But you learn
Exactly.
as you go.
Yep, 100%, man. So yeah, let me explain exactly what they've approved. So the offer was approved to buy the property in its as-is condition. They approved the closing timeline to be within 30 to 60 days. Is that still good for you?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Now, no commissions are taken out of this number. All the closing costs are covered by us. So this number is net right to your pocket. All right. Now, I don't know if you're still at the house or you have a piece of pen and a piece of paper because they moved the funds into a virtual withdrawal account. Now,
Uh,
contrary to popular belief, we don't have unlimited funding. And
right.
so anytime that we get an offer approved, we move those funds immediately to a virtual withdrawal account. That way, those funds don't get applied to any other properties that we're considering and it doesn't disappear. You know what I mean?
Right.
So write this number down. This is the
Uh,
virtual withdrawal account number that they've set it aside for. So if you ever have to call in and talk to anybody, you can reference this number.
okay. Okay. What's the number?
It's VW, like Volkswagen,
Mm-hmm.
3612.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So the approved offer for your property in its current condition, you don't even have to sweep it up. If there's trash that you're leaving behind, like don't even worry about getting that stuff out, is $22,178.
No. No.
No?
Nope.
I got you. All right.
Nope, I'd rather keep it.
Yeah.
I can get that in I get that in 2 years of rent.
Yeah, I completely understand, man. You know, that's just what they've authorized me to spend on this.
Nope, no deal.
Like I said, Andrew, I mean, the nice thing
No
is
deal.
I'm on your side. You know, the hardest part of my job is just getting a property approved, which they did approve the property to be purchased.
Yeah,
Now,
but at that price, it's a no go.
I got
You
you.
at least 10,000. You at least 10,000 off.
I got you. Well,
That's a
now,
giveaway. That's a giveaway, man. That would be stupid. That's a no go, man.
okay. Well, now, I mean, at this point, it's just a matter of seeing how we can make the numbers make sense for both of us. Um, you know, I mean, like I said, that's what they've authorized me to spend. I mean, I can put you on hold real quick and go back to them and see if there's anything that they
No,
can
no,
do.
you can work that out with them, and you can give me a call back. But it's a no at 22.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
before I talk to them and try to get them to come up on that, you know, let me ask you, I mean, like, where do you need to be at to be walk away happy and take this off your hands?
32.5.
32.5.
That's a 4 bedroom. It's actually a multi-family home, but it's set up for a single family living. It's 1 meter, it's one furnace, it's one water heater, and it functions well. And it's 2.5 bathrooms. That's a giveaway, man. Around here in Gary, you could buy 2-3 houses for 22,000. I can, but they don't give you guys the access to it.
Yeah. Is
If
that
you
the
need houses to buy, I can get all the houses for 50,000. I can get you about 5-6 houses. But for 22, you can't get that one.
I gotcha. All right. I mean, is that the best you think you're able to do on this one so I can let the underwriters know?
Period.
Got it. 32.5. Okay. So I mean, if they come back and they're at, 30, should I just tell them to pound sand? Don't even bother calling back.
No, they're 30. If they're 30, and there's a 30 clear to me, we can talk.
Got it. Okay. Yeah, I mean, we're still talking about, and look, I mean,
I'm being honest with you. I'm well over. I'm like 47, almost 48 out of pocket in that house.
I gotcha.
And I'm not gonna take less than half.
I gotcha. Well, look, man, I'm on your side. I'm going to go to bat for you. I don't get paid if you don't get paid. So the reality is it's in my best interest to try to get a deal done.
Well, 2022 is okay, but most of the other companies I dealt with, they started off like 27.
Oh, really?
Really, they did. And that's why I even talked to them, because they started off at 27.
Gotcha.
One company offered me 5,000.
5,000.
And then the next couple people was offering 17, but like 27, 28, 32, all those people we talked. But then the one guy committed to 42, and that's what it was. But he told you want to extend the contract that's not in the contract.
Yeah. Gotcha. Okay.
So I'm not going. In that case, I could have just went ahead and took a $10,000 loss and got 32 from them. And I could have settled that in a matter of days.
I gotcha.
Well, I didn't want to bow down and take that from that company.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, I mean,
So
honestly,
they put me out 30 days.
Yeah.
When I could have had to been with a whole different company.
Yeah.
And still got that number.
Well, yeah, it sounded like, I mean, and unfortunately there's a bunch of companies like that where I don't really appreciate those tactics where they come in at a high number first, and then after you're locked up and in escrow, then they try to beat you down on the price later. I mean,
Yeah, 30 days into the contract on actual. I had to go over their head and talk to like the actual the administrator, the supervisor. I had to talk to those people and leave messages and nasty texts and fax and all type of stuff.
yeah,
To
yeah. The reality
finally get a
is,
reply today.
yeah,
Today is closing day.
yeah, yeah. The
So ain't no
reality is,
renegotiating.
those guys, they knew that they couldn't do 42, which is what really irritates me the most. They knew they couldn't do that first number when they did it. They just figured they'll lock it up and then, try to beat you down later, and that it always frustrates me because, the sellers are the ones that end up, in the bad spot because of it. And sometimes sellers are in such a bad spot that they feel forced to just have to take that lower
Right.
number. So it's like really frustrating. So I understand, man. I'm gonna go back to them and see what I can do. I mean,
Nini, what's going on?
trying to get them to come all the way up from 22 to 30, it's gonna be a stretch. Um, I mean, is there any number in between there that you would even consider?
Anything under 30, anything under 30, it has to be done in 15 days. I'm not waiting 30 days or none of that. I need to be done with.
Got it.
I'm
Okay.
not doing no 60 days. I'm not doing 90 days. None of that, man.
Got it. Okay.
Cause I gotta maintain this property. Gotta keep the grass cut. I gotta do all this shit. You know what I'm saying? While you guys wait. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not doing that. I just hold on to it before I just lowball myself.
I gotcha. Okay.
Cause I can definitely get about 24, if not 30,000, in 2 years of rent. Right there in Gary in a 4-bedroom with 2.5 baths. I know I can do that on my own.
Gotcha. Okay.
So I'm not in no bind where I gotta sell this house.
Yeah. No, that
I'm
makes
not
sense.
starving for no money. I'm okay.
I hear you. Okay. All right. So anything less than 30 and it's got to be 15 days, but if I can get them all the way up to that 30 number for you, we can do that 30 to 60-day close timeline that we talked about.
Yeah, it's gotta be locked in 30.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I know they were saying
Anything less than 30, I'm not waiting 30 days.
Okay. All right. All right. Let me put you on a brief hold real quick. Let me run back there
Man,
to
just call
them.
me back, man. I'm not holding the phone. Just call me back, bro.
Okay. All right. All right. So if I can get them all the way up to 30. All right. What's up, Rain and Wool, man? All right. So I had a call with him earlier. We had about 35, 40-minute call. Knew exactly where he needed to be. Our underwriting came back 20 to 40K for a cash offer. We always do a $20,000 range for our offer range. So, I wanted to start him off low, but he wanted 35. I wasn't going to start right at 20. So I started at 22,178. That's how I opened. But notice he wanted 35 and I didn't just, he didn't hang up on me. The reason he didn't hang up on me was because I spent 45 minutes on a call with him earlier, built a ton of rapport. I mean, he's telling me his whole life story about how he was in the army, he shattered his leg, got out of the army, then he went through some other stuff, then he went into the Marines later, then he been injured, got shot and left for dead, like not in the military, but I mean, he served in Desert Storm. He saw combat. He saw combat in Gary, Indiana too. Got shot and left for dead, and so the guy's been through a bunch. Um, so yeah, I mean, in this scenario, I mean, we're gonna come up. Anything. If he wants a 15-day close, that's just not enough time for us to properly market the property. Um, so, but if it's going to be under 30, then he needs 15 days. So, um, Yeah, I think for us, oh, you're a Desert Storm veteran too? Thank you for your service. That's awesome. Um, yeah, I don't think 15 days or less is really going to give us the amount of time necessary to be able to move this. Gary, Indiana is not a super poppin' market. So, we're going to shoot for that 30 to 60 day close timeline. And, I think I can, we're going to come up, to that 30 number. I think that 30 number still leaves us a bit of a margin. Closed my first deal last month, and now I have one VA and two houses under contract. Congrats, Howard. That's awesome. 15 days. 15 days is tough. 15 days for a close timeline for a wholesale deal, that's tough. It's not that it's impossible. It's just you're really limiting yourself. So, but Howard, that's awesome. Freaking close your first deal last month. How much of an assignment fee was that? You got two more under contract? Let's freaking go. By the way, Howard, if you need help with anything, right? Obviously, you can watch the content, get some tips and tricks here, but we also help with dispo. So if you need help dispoing deals, we can dispo nationwide. We have the lieutenant plan on investor lift. So we've got access to 1.5 million buyers nationwide, the top 30% of buyers nationwide. 20K spread. Okay. Yeah. Who cares if you JV'd, right? Like, I mean, we JV all the time, and like, that's what makes sense a lot of times. So yeah, if you need help with dispo, let us know. Or if you run into sellers, are you only doing cash wholesaling, or are you doing anything else? Any creative novations or anything like that? I asked that just because, so we can help you with dispoing, whether it's cash, novation, whatever it is. We can also help you with closing. So if you have, we're going to do once or twice a week when I do these lives, we're going to block off time where if you've talked to a seller, you've pitched them cash doesn't work, and you've teed them up for either creative or teed them up for another opportunity, then I can get on the phone and we can either, if it makes sense to position them over to a novation because a cash wholesale deal doesn't work, then we can do that. If neither of those, cash or novations, don't work, then we can pivot it to creative finance. So took down the email, cash and creative, two I have under contract, one closed September 18 for cash, second doing a novation. Nice. That's what's up, man. Well, keep me posted. And then, like I said, if you need help with dispo, we can move those deals. What markets are you in? And I'm just kind of stalling time right now. I just want to give it a few minutes, and then I'm going to call this seller back and go up to go up a little bit higher. With this guy, I'm not going to push the issue too much. I'm going to go to the $30,000 number just because I want to get that Jacksonville, Florida, and Corpus Christi. Nice. Yeah, we do a lot of deals in Jacksonville, actually. It's one of our top markets. So, but yeah, I'm going to go to the 30K, and I'm going to push for a 60-day close of escrow. I'm going to put that in the contract, see what see if he pushes back on that. And then if he pushes back on that, then, we can negotiate from there. But I'll come all the way up to his number. I'm just going to tell him, I'm going to come back and be like, hey, congrats, man. I got them to come all the way up to your $30,000 number. If we can do no later than a 60-day closing timeline, right? So we'll try to close as quickly as possible, but no later than 60 days. We've got a couple other deals that are going to be closing here, and we need to maneuver some funds around, so we need 60 days, and then see what he says. Awesome, man. Good luck with that call, man. Keep us posted. All right, I'm gonna reach out to this guy in just a moment here. I'm actually drafting up the contract. So this is one of those situations where I'm pretty confident we'll lock this bad boy up. So we're just gonna get the contract ready to go. 30,000, $100 EMD, 29.9. All right, for anybody who's just joining, I just got off the phone with a seller and we presented him an offer. He wanted us to come up on that offer, so we're in the negotiation phase. We're going to come up on the offer to the number, to his low number. It's just a $35,000 property, so it's not a jackpot, but we may be able to make 10, 15K on that. Let's see here. So I'm just drafting up the purchase agreement right now. So I always want to have, like, anytime I'm negotiating and I feel like I'm close on a deal, you always want to have the agreement drafted and ready to go. So you can get this thing done. All right, so if you guys are just joining, put in the chat where you guys are located and what market you guys are doing deals in. If you've done deals in the past, if you have any deals that you've done, or if you're still working on your first, either way, no big deal. If you've done a deal, great. If you have yet to do a deal and you're still working towards that, great. Hopefully you get value out of what we're doing here, and it helps you get one step closer to getting your first deal. Let's see here. So I'm just filling everything out. And by the way, guys, we do a novation agreement for every single contract that we lock up. It just gives us flexibility. And so what we're actually doing is we draft up the AIF, we draft up the novation and indemnification agreement, and it just gives us a lot of flexibility. So if it's got to go cash, we can assign it. But if the best way to do it is to novate, then we have that flexibility, and we can go ahead and do that. So let's see here. So I'm just filling all this information out right now. Yeah, what would be awesome is if we can get this stuff automated, where we just put in a couple types of fields and then it populates all the different areas where those fields exist. We use PandaDoc. So what signature software are you guys using? Let's see here. All right, we'll have this done here in just a minute. By the way, definitely recommend anytime you're drafting up a contract, make sure you are looking up the tax records, because this guy, his name's Andrew Wells. That's what I have in the system and everything, but it turns out he's a junior. So you want to make sure you write up the contract appropriately and you include the junior. Otherwise, you could run into challenges. Sometimes title companies might not want to close it if it's not drafted up properly. So just keep that in mind. Let's see here. Okay, almost done. I'm just initialing my portion. And I do need to get his email address. All right. All right, we got 6 people here. Oh, you mean DocuSign? Yeah, DocuSign's great. It's just freaking ridiculously priced. Like we used to use DocuSign and I forget what we were paying. It was like 25 or $50 a month, but you had a limitation on how many signatures you can get. And I remember one month very vividly because we ran out of the monthly signature limit on one transaction, just getting, multiple documents signed, having to go back, getting things re-signed. It's like, what are we doing? PandaDoc and Christian, I think we might have an affiliate link for PandaDoc. If you guys don't use PandaDoc, I would highly recommend it. I love it. It's super easy. It integrates with Slack. It'll update you there. So anytime they view or sign something, it'll notify you in Slack. But it's $25 a month and unlimited signatures. I could send out 1,000 documents to get signatures and it costs me no more money. So I love it. It's super easy to use. You can upload templates and all types of stuff. I mean, it's basically the same as DocuSign, just cheaper. So let's see, and you can set signing orders and that type of stuff. You can even there's higher plans that you can like accept payment. So if you're selling like other stuff, like if you sell, I don't know, a service and you want to send a document for them to sign, and then also include the ability for them to run a payment there, you can do that. So it's pretty cool. All right, let's give Andrew a call back.
Please leave your message for.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's try him one more time.
Yo, what up?
Yo, what's up, Andrew?
Yo, cool. Hey, what's up, man?
Hey, what's up, man? Hey, remind me, I don't think I got your email address. What's your email address?
Drew Wells 48 at gmail.com.
48 at gmail.com. Okay. All right, let's see here. So, all right. So do you have access to your email?
Always.
Okay, perfect. All right. So let's see, they should be sending this over to you in just a second here. Let's see. Have everything. You guys got a lot of humidity out there right now?
Not really.
No, nice.
It's actually a pretty good day.
Nice. Yeah, we've been getting I mean, I got nothing to complain about, man. San Diego don't get too humid, but I'm from Philly originally, and man, it used to get freaking brutal out there.
Yeah, I stayed up in San Diego in 93 and 94.
Oh, nice. Were you
Yeah, when
stationed
I
out here?
was, yes, Camp Pendleton.
Oh, okay. All right, nice. So you know all about
And
it.
I came in. I came in through MCRD.
Oh, okay. Nice. I trained some guys. I've never been in the military, but I've been training jujitsu for like 12 years. And a
Okay.
few years ago, me and a buddy of mine that trained together, we went to MCRD to give a jujitsu instructional to the guys there, and um, just doing some of the combat and stuff. So it was pretty cool.
Yeah, you got a background that is real good to go into the military.
Yeah, at my age, I don't know. They want me with my bum knee and my back issues.
Well, I was kind of raggedy when I went back for the second round anyway, but my discharge show, same leg gave out again.
Oh man. Well, yeah, for a different life, I absolutely would love to go in. I kind of kick myself wishing I would have done it when I was younger, but
Well, they at the time they was taking you up to like 28, and then they took it all the way up to like 32, and now I heard it's like 36.
oh
And it
dang.
depends on what branch you want to go in. They'll take you almost to 41 years old if you could pass the physical. They'll
Oh
take you.
jeez. It's like they're
Especially the Navy.
oh
The Navy,
yeah.
the Navy and the Army take any damn body. You ain't even gotta have a high school diploma. They'll send you to school.
That's
They'll send
funny.
you to school.
Oh yeah.
I'm serious. My son, they did it for my son. He went in National Guard and he retired Army. And he did 2
Nice.
tours of Afghanistan. He paid. He makes 6 figures a year, and he's a professional gamer. He retired at 33 or 34 years old.
Oh dang. Yeah, man, there's a lot of benefits that I missed out on. I tried to go I think it was Air Force. I don't even know what I was thinking then. Back then I was stupid and thought the Air Force actually flew. But apparently the only thing
No,
they fly
yeah,
is
yeah. No,
desks.
the Air Force wasn't physical. The Air Force was more mental.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
If you really wanted to train hard, if you went to somewhere like the damn Coast Guard or Marines, they'd break your ass worse than the Army. Because the Coast Guards, man, they make you swim for hours and hours and hours. We had to train with them, man. They
Oh,
like fish.
jeez. That's crazy.
They'll drown your ass out there. Because if you can't drown, listen, they listen. If they trying to assist you and you fighting, they'll leave your ass out there.
Oh yeah.
Don't get no resistance. You better just lay on back and let them pull you.
Oh yeah. Well, that's
Coast Guards
life-saving
don't.
101 in the water.
Coast Guards train hard like firefighters, man. Firefighters train hard.
Oh yeah, firefighters are a whole nother level. Those guys are like built out of cinder blocks.
Yeah.
All right, so they just messaged me. You should have the purchase agreement in your email.
All right.
Let's see here. All
I
right,
don't see
so
nothing.
should be coming through in just a second. Might take a second. But yeah, basically, what I was able to.
Christopher Deal sent you a cash RPA with novation.
Yep, yeah, that's just
Look at it.
technical terms. Yep. Let me know when you have it up, and I'll review it with you here. All right, looks like you got it up. Perfect.
All
So,
right.
all right, so we'll start at the top. So I'll review everything with you. So basically, I was able to get them to approve the $30,000 number. And they can close that within no later than 60 days. They're going to do everything they can to close it sooner, closer to 30. There's some deals, some projects that they're finishing up, and they might have to move some funds around from those. But at the top there, can you just make sure I've got your name spelled properly?
Correct.
Okay, perfect. And then the address, is that correct?
Correct.
Perfect. And then I don't expect you to know the APN number by heart. We got that off of tax records. So you can see the purchase price.
What's going on with this? What's going on with this earnest money deposit?
Yeah, so basically, we have the $30,000 purchase price. The earnest money deposit is just simply to make the contract legally binding, and then the remaining cash is at close of escrow. So that gets deposited with title to make it a legally binding contract, and then the remaining funds get dispersed to you at close of escrow. Okay. And then section 1 just details the closing costs. So as we said, this is a net number to you. So all the closing costs, title fees, transfer taxes, and everything else are paid in full by us. The only thing that would come out of your side is any pre-existing debt, but you said you own it outright, so there's no debt, so you shouldn't have anything. Okay. Section 3 is tax proration. Either one of two things happen. Either people prepay their taxes for the year or they pay the taxes for the previous year. If you prepaid taxes for the year, then up until the closing date, they'll take that, and then whatever is left over that you've already paid, you'll actually get a credit back for that. So like, let's say you paid the full year of 2024 in taxes, and let's say it closed on the last day of November, then you would get the last month's worth of prepaid taxes. You would get that back in a credit at close of escrow. Does that make sense? So the title company will facilitate that. And then close of escrow.
All right. My brother, he does most of my realty. As
Okay.
far as my things, I'm gonna have him go over his contract, and I'm gonna see if he agrees to it.
Okay.
And if he agrees to it, I'll give you a call back.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I'm just going to review the rest of it with you, just so if there's any questions that you have along the way, I can answer those for you, and then, that way it'd be good to go. But yeah, you can have your brother take a look at it. That's fine. So close of escrow, it'll be set to be as soon as practical, but no later than 60 days. Earnest money is held by the title company. And then we'll have our inspection period so we can come in and do the inspection so we can confirm everything is exactly the way you said it was. Section 7 is continued access to the property. So obviously we need access to the property to perform those inspections and stuff. Then Section 8 is we're purchasing the property to be vacant at close of escrow. So it's already vacant, so we're good there. Title documents. So we're going to get a residential owner's policy for title insurance. And then Section 10 is title delays and extensions. That shouldn't come up in this situation because you don't have any debt or liens against the property. So there should be no reason there would be any title delays. Section 11 is title insurance. If the title is not insurable, then that, we can part ways because we have to have insured title. Again, if you own it outright, that shouldn't be an issue. Section 12 is just saying that you do have the right and authority to sell the property. It is yours. You're going to maintain the property between now and close of escrow. So like it's in the same condition, and anything that you leave behind becomes part of the property basically. Section 13, buyer's disclosure. One of the principal owners of the company is a licensed real estate agent in the state of California, but we're not acting as a real estate agent in this transaction. Section 14 and 15 are default by seller and buyer. It's basically just what happens if either of us default. And then Section 16 is one of the things that we do in order to be able to come up to the number that makes sense for people where we can afford to do that is we pre-market all of our properties. So it's kind of like a coming soon. If you ever seen a listing on the MLS is coming soon, we'll market the property coming soon. And then that way we might be able to find an end buyer who already commits to buying it from us before we've even flipped it. Okay. 17 is a memorandum of purchase agreement. So this is basically just a notice to the county just saying, hey, we're in contract and we're going to be closing this transaction soon. Section 18 is assignability and novation. Basically just means that if we find an end buyer while we're in contract, we can assign it to an end buyer while we're in contract with you. Alternatively, if we find an end buyer that's going to bring like a conventional loan, a VA loan, or an FHA loan, we can novate it. It's just a different way of performing the transaction. It changes nothing for you. The $30,000 that we agreed to, that's net to you regardless of how we perform the transaction. Section 19 just says that we're guaranteeing you the $30,000. So as far as you're concerned, doesn't matter if we flipped it and sold it for $1 billion, right? You're getting the $30,000.
No, have nothing to do with it.
Exactly. So we're entitled to anything above and beyond the 30,000.
Right.
Let's see. Section 20 is basically the contract is the contract. There's no verbal agreements or anything like that outside of this. Okay. Section 21, there are no additional terms and conditions. If there were, like sometimes, somebody might say, I need a week after close to get my, pick up the washer and dryer or something like that, but we don't have any additional terms in this one. Okay. Did you have any questions about any of that?
No, I'm reading. I'm going through it as you talking. I'm reading it.
Okay. Perfect. So
But,
that's,
okay.
sorry, go ahead.
I'm still reading.
Okay. What section are you on?
I'm reading this thing where it says seller do hereby grant a limited and specific authorization to sign Christopher Deal of Remade Easy Incorporated, located in 3021 North something in Arizona.
Yeah,
But you say I was out of California.
I'm based
Prescott, Arizona.
Yeah, I'm based in San Diego,
And
but
then,
our company's headquarters is in Prescott, Arizona. Yeah, basically this document, as I said, we're going to pre-market the property coming soon. This just gives us the ability to pre-market the property. So it allows us to market it, whether it's on the MLS or anywhere else, to pre-market the property for end buyers. Okay. And
all right,
then,
like I say, everything seems to be all right. But like I say, I'm gonna let my brother read it, and I'll initially if he gives me okay.
okay, yeah, that's fine. And then beyond that last section you read there, the next 2 pages, the novation and indemnification agreement, that's just a set of instructions for escrow. So if while we're pre-marketing the property, we have a buyer that comes to us with a loan, this is just instructions for the escrow company on how to perform that transaction so that you still get the $30,000 that you're getting and they can bring the loan for the end buyer.
Right.
Okay. So yeah, when do you think you'll have your brother take a look at this?
First thing in the morning.
Okay. All right.
Because he stops work at 5.
Oh, got it. Oh, he works third shift?
Yeah, he's an independent contractor. He builds homes.
Oh, okay. Nice. Awesome.
Yeah.
Perfect. Well, what I'll do is I'll put it on my calendar to reach out to you tomorrow, maybe like early afternoon if I don't hear from you sooner. And then otherwise,
yeah, I'll contact you before 1.
Okay, perfect.
I'll see him in first thing in the morning.
Okay, and if there are no questions, and he
okay,
looks
now
it over.
What time is it where you at?
So we're 3 hours behind you. It's almost 4 o'clock right now.
Okay.
All right.
All right. I'll give you a call tomorrow. Your time about 11 or 12.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, and if you don't have any questions, if you guys look it over and you're like, nope, everything looks good to go, then you can just go ahead and start the process of initialing and signing and dating, and then it'll automatically send it over to our transaction coordination team. And then what'll happen is they'll schedule a call to do a welcome call with you and just kind of go over the next steps so you understand exactly what's happening all the way through the process.
Like I say, I'm gonna let him go through it because, like I say, I can get that same amount of money in renting it for a couple of years if I just finish it up. But it's up to my brother. Like if he said let's get rid of it, we're gonna get rid of it.
Okay.
It's my house, but he in charge.
I gotcha. Okay. No, that sounds good. Well, keep me posted, and hey, I went to bat for you, got them all the way, to come all the way up to that number for you. So I think it's a really good deal. It's, very difficult for me to get them to come up
It's
that.
negotiable, but my thing is the time wise. I don't plan on sticking around the next couple of months, man, cutting grass and trees and shit.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I totally get that. Yeah, we're going to close it as soon as practical. But just having that a little bit of flexibility there is really what gave them the ability to come all the way up to that number. So, um, yeah. So, I mean, sounds like, if you don't want to stick around for the next couple months, it probably isn't going to make sense to stick around for a couple years fixing it and renting it, right?
Right.
Yeah. Okay. All right, cool.
Well, like I say, the numbers have to match my brother. If he pulls the trigger, it's done.
Okay.
But it's up to him.
Gotcha. All right. Well, if your brother
It's up
has
to
any
him
questions,
cause my I'm just out of labor. Like I say, we out of like 50 grand, and my brother put like 30 of that in there.
mm,
So he got to get his money, man. I got to pay him.
mm, I understand.
So if he agrees to it, we can work it out.
Okay. Well, let's see what happens, and then we'll go from there. If not, we at least part ways friends, and we'll wish you the best of luck.
All right, we'll work it out. We'll call you tomorrow.
Okay. Sounds good, man. I appreciate it.
All right. All right. Have a good one.
All right. You too. Talk to you later. Bye.
All right.
All right. So, not a whole lot you can, yeah, it's kind of kicking the nuts out of left field. He's a decision maker, and then all of a sudden the brother. But it's fine. We came up to the number. I'll hold tight tomorrow. I would be willing to bet that he's going to try to get a higher number tomorrow. And then that's when we're going to hold tight and stick to the number and grind it. If he tries to get a higher number, then we know he wants to move forward and he's just trying to leverage some negotiating power. So at this point, I feel like we have a lot of control in the situation. So let's go ahead and toggle this for offer made. Let's see here. He says he's gonna call by 11. I'm gonna put a call back for 1 p.m. if I don't hear. All right, what'd you guys think of that part? You guys feel like, did you guys get any value out of, or what value did you get out of going through and reviewing the contract? I know you guys couldn't see the contract. Obviously the terms are more detailed and specific than that. What'd you guys think of how I just bullet pointed the agreement? All right, so toggling this one, offer made. And then contract out. What time is it? 4 o'clock. Oh, we got a bunch of people watching. We got a bunch of thumbs up. Guys, if you guys are watching, put in the chat what markets you are doing deals in. If you've done a deal, if you have, how many deals have you done? What kind of deals you've done? Interested in kind of getting to know you guys. Awesome. Have you ever gotten to the point, Reigning Woman? Have you ever gotten to a point where you had a contract out in front of somebody and you were at the point to review a contract with somebody? And if so, did you review the contract with them, or did you just send it to them and cross your fingers and hope they sign it? Just curious.
Yeah, my name is Lawrence. I own the property at 11320.
got some voicemails I'm gonna follow up with. All right, guys, let's see here. We're gonna do a fresh call back here. Working to get my first deal. Okay, so have you made any offers yet?
Four zero 9 6 7 9 0 4 1.
How many offers have you made?
4 0
And
9
over what
6
time period
7
have you made
9
those offers?
0 4 1 0 is not available. The mailbox is full and cannot accept any
Of course,
messages
the
at this
voicemail's
time.
full.
Goodbye.
Okay, I'm going to text this guy. I was going to leave a voicemail because this guy called in and left a voicemail for us, but of course his voicemail's full. Let's see. Mailbox full. We have a template for mailbox full, so I don't have to type this all out. Turning your call. Okay, so that one's done. All right, so I'm going to be going through a handful of voicemails here and just catching up on some of these.
Yo, Chris, it's Mr. Wells. Give me a call.
All right, I already talked to him.
Hello, this is Philip Brown. I was calling in regards to wanting to buy my property. So if you want to call me back, 270.
Okay, let's call this guy. All right, how many people we got in here? It looks like we got 8 people. So I've made one serious offer over the last 1.5 months. Okay. Tell me more about that. 1.5 offers in the last, sorry, 1 offer in the last 45 days. So how many people are you talking to on a daily basis? And the reason I'm asking this, is not to, discredit, you making that offer. That's a great thing, right? Like obviously, you only get a contract if you're making an offer. But I want to try to diagnose and see like what can we do to put you in a position to where you can make multiple offers a day, right? Generally speaking, in our business, we're usually making per acquisitions rep on average 3 offers every single day. And really once you get to that point, you're absolutely going to start locking up more contracts, right? Pretty consistently at a high level. So I'm guessing you're working a W-2. How many hours a day are you working? What time, how many hours do you have available to actually dial and talk to sellers? Okay, let's call this guy. Okay.
Hello.
Hey, Philip.
Yes.
Hey, it's Chris. I was calling
Okay,
about your
Chris.
property over on State Road.
Yeah.
You left a
Okay.
voicemail for us. Yeah.
Yeah.
How's it going? Looks like you were referred to us, or sorry, not referred to us, but you had filled out a form on our website.
Okay.
Um, did I catch you at a bad time?
Nope. Go ahead. I'm eating. You're good.
Oh, okay. All right, perfect. Yeah, I don't want to disturb your dinner. Um, well, yeah, tell me what's going on. I guess you'd filled out the form on our website about selling the property. What's got you considering selling?
Moving up north.
Moving up north?
Have to be around my daughters.
All right. How far up north we talking?
Northern Kentucky, about 2 hours from here.
Oh, okay. Northern Kentucky. Nice. What's it like in Kentucky? I've never been there.
Oh, it's great. I grew up there. Lived there most of my life.
Oh, nice. Is that more rural or
Well, yeah, it's
city?
rural. Okay.
Okay. All right. Nice. Cool. And
You never been to Kentucky?
never been to Kentucky. Nope.
Wow. Where are you from? Where are you at now?
So I've been a lot of places, but I'm from Philadelphia originally. I've lived all up and down
Oh,
the
right on.
East Coast. And now I'm actually in San Diego, Southern California.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I got a
So
couple friends out in Daly City, California, and some friends in the Bay Area.
nice.
Uh-huh.
Awesome. Have you been out here?
I have.
Nice. For business or pleasure or a little bit of both?
Pleasure.
Okay. Nice. Very nice. What part of California have you been to?
Well, I've been to Daly City. I've been to the Bay Area, and I've been to the Mojave Desert.
Oh, okay. Cool, cool. All right. Well, yeah, I mean, the point of this call really is just to see if your property qualifies for getting an offer as is. The company's looking to buy properties for generally one of two reasons. Either we're going to fix it and flip it, or we're going to buy it and hold it as a rental. So by the end of this call, as long as you don't hang up on me, I'm either going to be able to get you an approval from the underwriters with an offer, or they're going to deny it and they'll tell us exactly why. Okay.
Okay.
Cool. So,
Brand new house. It's never been lived in.
brand new, like you just built it?
Brand new. Yep. But it's not finished.
Got it. Okay. Tell me more about that.
It's a 3-bedroom home. There's a bathroom in every bedroom, a full bathroom, and there's a powder room in the hallway for guests. It's got a big laundry room with a laundry tub in it, washer and dryer, water heater, and electrical panels in that room. It's got a big pantry in the kitchen, an island sink in the kitchen, an island, with a sink in the end of it, like a vegetable sink.
Mm-hmm.
It has gas and electric run to the stove, the furnace, the water heater, and the dryer, so it can go gas or electric. It has a pop filler above the stove. It's got a 4-camera security system mounted and ready to go. All the hard drive and everything's there, and you can put it on your phone too. Got surround sound ran in the living room, and I got 2 outside speakers at the front deck and the back deck. The master bath shower has 2 valves in it. It's got 3 body sprays, a handheld shower, 2 shower heads, and a rain head, a pedestal for a woman to prop her foot up on, shave her legs comfortably, and a tub spout right there to rinse it off with. And it has a seat in that shower. It's a 5x5 shower in the master. And all the other bathrooms are 8x5 with a tub and shower in them. And then the powder room has just a toilet and a sink in it. It's on 3 acres. It's got fruit trees on it, persimmon trees, apple trees, pear trees. It's 3 acres, and it has a creek running through the back there. Let's see.
You said it's
4.
not
Go ahead.
finished, right? You said
It is not finished, but it ain't going to take much to finish it.
Okay. Were you planning to finish it before you sell it, or were you looking to sell it
I'll sell it
unfinished?
just like it is.
Okay. Got it. What got it. What's got you wanting to sell it, prior to it being finished? Like what came up?
So I can get out of here.
Got it. Okay. All right. Is there like an urgent situation that's kind of making you want to?
No, not really urgent. My
Okay.
daughters just want me to be up north with them.
Oh, got it. Okay. All right. Um, okay. What all has to be finished?
I've got a punch list. Also, it has a switch in the utility room for 8 lights in the attic and 8 lights in the crawl. So with a flip of the switch, you can see really good everywhere. And it has an attic fan also. So it needs floors, cabinets. I've got the vanities, except for the master vanity is a double bowl vanity. I don't have that one.
You just
So I
have
don't
them
have
as
those.
in they're not installed yet, but they're on site.
Yeah,
Okay.
yes, I have 3 of them, but not the master, the 5-foot. But I've got 3 30-inch vanities, one for the powder room and 2 for the other 2 bedrooms. But I've only got 1 top, so you need 2 tops, and then the master has a 5-foot vanity, and it needs a vanity on the top. The shower's not tiled yet, so it needs flooring, tile in the shower, cabinets in the kitchen,
Sorry,
um,
which shower needs tile?
the master bath. The other
The
ones are tub
master.
and shower, one-piece tub and shower units.
Oh, got it. Okay. Shower master needs tile. Okay.
Um, so flooring, cabinets, the furnace and AC unit, which I got a good deal on that. Um, I've got all the ductwork and everything in, but a buddy of mine's a heating and air conditioning guy, so he said he'd put the furnace and AC in for like $6,200 or something. Maybe it's 5,200, but really, really reasonable. But he's a friend of mine.
Mhm.
Um, uh, Basically, that's about it.
Got it.
Uh,
Okay. So you have the furnace and the
Floor,
AC on site, just needs to be hooked
no,
up.
no, I don't have it on site. They will come and hook it up and bring them with them when they do for $5,200, I think. Ish. Don't hold me to that. It might be 6,200, but
Oh, got it. So
yeah,
for the unit and the install, about 52 to 6,200.
correct.
Got it.
Um, so it needs flooring, cabinets in the kitchen, um, 2 tops for the vanities in 2 of the bathrooms, uh, the vanity and the master. All the toilets need to be bought, 4 toilets. Um, Carpet if they want carpet. I was going to put wood flooring throughout the whole house. And then, let's see, I guess that's about it, really. I've got all the light fixtures, or most of them hung already, but I have them all on site. Most of the electric is finished. It is painted. The laundry tub is not here. I was going to put in a drop-in laundry tub inside of a vanity cabinet, but you can put a leg tub in if you wanted to. I've got washer pan and a water heater pan for it in case it ever leaks. And it's a real nice place. It's vinyl siding with a metal roof, and then it has kind of like a creek rock thing at the bottom of the siding that goes around the crawl space area.
Nice.
It is a ranch on a crawl. It's 1,500 square feet. Like I said, it's got a nice pantry. It's got walk-in closets in every bedroom. And there's plenty of extra closet space also. Let me turn this TV down. Give me a second.
Oh, no worries. Take your time.
All right. I would say it would take about probably about $35,000 to finish it, plus some labor. $35,000 in material probably, and then some labor. And then I just had it appraised, and it appraised for $230,000. It does have almost 3 acres.
Got it. Okay. All right. see here. I have the address. Where'd it go?
It's 2198 East State Road 356, Scottsburg, Indiana.
Got it. Okay. 47170.
Correct.
Okay. Got it. All right. Um, were you building this for yourself to live in?
I was. Uh-huh.
Okay. Got it. Man, it seems like you're like, what's that, about 80% finished?
Probably, yeah. That's
God.
probably close to guessing.
Okay. All right.
I've got a whole punch list,
Yeah.
I
Got it.
can send you.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah, I mean, I can see, what they want to do with it if it makes sense for them. I mean, some of the benefits of working with us is the fact that, we do buy the home cash as is, we can cover all the closing costs, there's no commissions or anything like that that's taken out of it. So, whatever number we get for you would be net to you minus any existing debt, or prorated taxes and that type of stuff.
Gotcha.
Do you got a pen and a piece of paper? I'm going to have you jot down some info real quick. And then if we get it approved, there will be some other info you'll want to take down too.
Give me 1 second here. Okay, I'm ready.
All right. So my name is Chris Deal, like deal or no deal.
Yep.
And our company is Lazarus Property Group, like Lazarus from the Bible.
Okay.
And my office line here is 6132.
Okay. Okay. Is there an extension?
Nope.
Okay.
And then our website, if you ever want to check us out, is www.lazprop.com, LAZPROP.com. And for whatever reason, there's some sort of technical issue. If you don't put the www in, then it gives you like an error or something. So
That's okay. Yep.
So, all right. So, obviously it's unoccupied, right? Vacant.
Yes.
Some materials on site. Okay.
Yes.
Is this a ground up, like total new construction?
Total new construction. Everything's been inspected and passed.
Okay. Utilities are all, connected.
Yep. Electric is run to the house.
Perfect. Okay. All right. Cool.
All the framing, footers, the whole 9 yards. It's all been inspected and passed.
Got it. Okay. All right. How long have you
Electrical,
been?
plumbing. About a year.
Okay. Got it.
I lost some people that I couldn't find help and still can't find help. It's hard to find help these days, but
Yeah,
I
that's
lost
for
my
sure.
help about 6 months ago, so that slowed me down trying to do it by myself.
Got it. Okay. All right. How long have you really started considering selling?
Probably 6 or 8 months, probably.
Once you lost the help. Got it. Okay. All right. So when you sell this, like, are you just gonna take the proceeds and just go like buy a house in Kentucky? You're gonna live with family or?
No, I'm probably going to get an RV.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Yeah.
That's cool. You just gonna park it or are you gonna do any traveling at all?
I'm going to travel a little bit, yeah.
Nice. Anywhere in particular in mind?
I got a couple different things in mind.
Nice. All right, cool. I don't know if you ever been out to Utah, man. Utah is a freaking gorgeous place to travel through.
Yeah, I'm going to go to Colorado, probably Vegas. Well, I'm going to, I'll say Vegas, but I want to see the Grand Canyon. I want to see the Hoover Dam. I've got a few things on my list,
Very nice.
Niagara Falls.
Oh, you're going coast to coast now.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
If you get down to the Grand Canyon's unbelievable. I saw it when I drove across country to move out here. But there's another place. It's not too far. So Horseshoe Bend is really cool. You've probably seen pictures of that. But nearby Horseshoe Bend is there's a northern and southern Antelope Canyon. It's like these like slot canyons that are just gorgeous. They have all these like, I don't know, it's like fast running water just came through, carved it out, and it's just really cool. You can walk through. You have to go on like the tribal land,
Oh, nice.
but it's super easy. I mean, they just charge you. I forget what it is, like $25 or something
Sure.
like that for the
I've been
tours.
down the Colorado River.
Oh, nice.
Yep, on a rafting trip.
Oh, that's cool.
You
I've
know,
always wanted to do that.
I've been to Colorado a bunch. I've been to the Royal Gorge, Pueblo, Mile High Stadium, Garden of the Gods, skied Copper Mountain, Pikes Peak. I've been all over Colorado.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that should be a good trip, man.
Definitely.
Cool. All right. Is it just yourself that owns the property, or is there
I
anybody
am
else?
the one that owns. Nobody else. I've been happily divorced for 15 years.
All right. All right. Nice. Okay. Well, in a perfect world, I mean, given its current condition and what all needs to be done to it, I mean, what were you hoping to walk away with?
I'd like to get 125 out of it right now, like it is, and that's me not making a penny, you know. And it's paid for. I mean, I owe a little bit on the land, but the house has been paid for out of my pocket.
Mm.
Phone's ringing, Clyde. Your phone's ringing.
All right, I get it, man. I probably let my phone holler
It is. Here, I'll answer it for you. Hang on, man.
No worries.
Hey, hang on a minute. He's washing his hands.
Shut up. I am not. What's my hand?
Oh, I thought you was washing your hands.
Oh man. All right.
That's a long-time friend of mine. He come down to visit me on his Harley. We've gone been biking a little bit.
Oh, nice.
Known him since I was about 9 years old.
Dang.
We just got back from the hospital to see my brother.
Oh, really? What's up with your brother? What happened?
Oh, he's been in the hospital for several weeks now. He went in. He's got pneumonia. He's got 2 bacteria in his lungs. He went into cardiac arrest. But yesterday, they just said, look, he's not going to make it. Prepare for the worst, but we're going to aggressively work on him. And yesterday, he wasn't moving. Today, he's talked to all of us. He don't have his respirator in. He's just got a feeding tube and then got something in his nose for oxygen. But he was able to talk, and he knew we were all there. And he's 100% turnaround today from yesterday. So we're all looking forward to him getting out of there soon. But he's done that a couple times, been in and out, so he's not out of hot water yet, you might say.
Yeah. That's not the direction I was anticipating you going. I mean, it's you're like definitely going down the path there, and I was like, man, that's really tough. But like total
Yesterday
turnaround.
They said he wasn't going to make it out of the hospital. Honest to God. Today's
Jeez.
a totally different story. Yeah, they put him on a DNR, and I said, well, we're going to take him off that DNR right now because I'm in charge of him because he lives with me.
Mm-hmm.
And so, well, not in charge of him. He makes his own decisions, but when he cannot make a decision, then I make the decision.
Yeah.
So I made sure the doctor came up there with us all and took him off of that do not resuscitate thing that they put him on at first. And I said, hey, how can you put him on that without any of us knowing? How do we know he told you that? Blah, blah, blah. That's your word against ours. I said, somebody's going to witness this one. Kevin, you want them to resuscitate you if you have a heart attack? And he said, heck yeah, I do. And I said, there you go, Doc. So listen, everybody just witnessed that. So now you know. But anyway.
Wow.
I think today looks like he's going to improve. And well, he has improved 100%, but just hopefully he sticks like that,
Yeah. Well, praise the Lord, man. That's huge.
Oh, yeah.
It's
a lot of people praying for him.
Yeah, man. Well, I'll definitely add him to my prayer list. I'm going to a church event tonight, and I'll definitely put it out there, man.
I appreciate that.
Firmly.
Work.
Yeah, 100%, man. I could tell you dozens of stories in my life. I mean, my daughter is a perfect example of prayer. I mean, we couldn't get pregnant for a long time, and and God blessed us with a baby, that we were able to
Nice.
adopt, and she's just been a huge blessing. So
Oh, nice. That's real cool.
yeah, man. So I totally get that, man. Well, yeah, like I said, I'll be praying for him and for you guys. I know it's
Thank
not
you.
easy, man.
Yep.
Um, all right. Well, let's see. I guess as far as the house is concerned, I'm trying to pull it up online, but I guess because since it's new construction, there's really not any info on it other than what you told me so far.
Huh.
Let
Most
me
people can find it.
let me see here real quick.
I flipped a house last year with Freedom Property Group,
Mhm.
and that was a pretty good sale there. But most people, I mean, I've had several offers on it, but I have turned them down. But they normally pops right up, and there's a house right down the street that just sold for like $250,000, about a mile down on the same side of the road, a new construction house.
Got it.
And it ain't even got half of the stuff that I got in my house,
Yeah.
I've got 4 outside hose bibs on this house also, one in the front and the back and both sides. There's hose bibs, so
Yeah.
getting water to anything outside. Plus, it's got a swimming pool that's staying with the property and a garage,
Okay.
you know.
Let me see here. Trying to pull it
And
up.
it's got an 8x10 shed on it, too, a tough shed, a real nice shed.
It's 2198, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay. All right, here we go. Yeah, all the street view images look like it's just the oh wait, here we go. It's like
See a camper
green?
there?
Yeah, and there's like
Yeah,
green
yeah,
siding. Oh, okay.
yeah,
Got it.
spade siding with a black rock bottom
Got it.
around the
Okay.
crawl space there.
Yeah.
Yep.
The street view picture when I pulled it up was from like over to the right, and so it was hidden behind the camper. I just had to move over.
Oh,
Is
yeah.
that your old VW bus?
Yes, it is.
Dude, that thing's
19,
freaking cool.
1977. Yep.
Nice. What are you doing with
I've got it.
that?
Well, I'm going to redo it, but it's in such pristine condition for a 77. It's all original. There's no rust. The original seats are in the back. It's got original seats in the front, but they've redone the upholstery on them. I've had it for 3 years, and it's just, I mean, it's one of the nicest buses that you can't find one in as good a shape as that one anywhere. It has no rust at all. It's just like top rust, a little bit. So I'm thinking
Yeah.
about keeping the patina just like it is. And I just sold a 66 Beetle and a 73 Super Beetle just recently, but that bus is sweet. It's a chick magnet for sure.
Oh yeah. Yeah, dude.
Mm-hmm.
That thing's cool.
It turns some heads for sure.
Oh yeah.
4-speed, got the Porsche motor in it, original. Of
Nice.
course, it's German, but
Oh yeah.
nice
Those
bus.
things last forever,
It's
man.
a head turner.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I'm like 5-10 minutes from Ocean Beach, and Ocean. I don't know if you've ever been to San Diego, but Ocean Beach is basically like I say it's the part of town where all the hippies in the 60s and 70s lived, and then they just never
Oh, yeah.
left. And so
Oh, yeah.
there's a bunch of VW buses over there, man. Like they're all
Oh,
over the
nice.
place. Yeah, yeah, you'd have
Wow.
a good time out here.
They're hard to find around here,
Oh, I could imagine.
especially in the condition this one's in.
Yeah, that thing looks clean.
It is, and it's all original.
Those
So the
wheels are
patina,
nice and
the
polished.
patina is what I like.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Nice, nice. Okay. All right. Cool, man. So I'm seeing the house now. So it's on a little raised foundation.
Yep.
Okay, perfect. Um, all right. And this is kind of more rural too, where it's at, right?
Yep, and still it's only 20, hell, it's 10 minutes from everything. 10
Yeah.
minutes from Walmart, 10 minutes from JC store like Kroger and stuff like that. It's about 10 minutes you can get anywhere, but still out in the country too,
Okay. What's the speed limit on the road right there?
55.
55. Okay, so pretty fast road. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Got it. And all right. Yeah, I mean, it seems relatively straightforward. So, I think you gave me most of the stuff that still needs to be done. Is there anything that, aside from, just buying the house, taking it off your hands, looks like, sounds like that'll help you out, but anything else that I haven't asked about that you might need help with?
Not really.
Okay.
I've sold several houses. I have a construction and plumbing business, so I buy and flip houses, and then but this one I was actually going to move into.
Mm.
That's why I did everything like I would want it for me. Pot fillers, gas and electric, everything, hose bibs everywhere, lights in the crawling attic, fan, stuff like that.
Got
And
it.
so I mean, it's really nice.
Nice.
It's
Okay.
3 bedrooms, 1,500 square feet. And like I said, there's a full bathroom in each bedroom with a walk-in closet in every bedroom, and then a powder room. Surround sound everywhere, and 4-speaker system with a hard drive, and it goes to your phone too. I mean, a camera system, 1 camera on every corner of the house.
Nice.
The back deck isn't built yet off of the master bedroom. The master bedroom has French doors, both of them open. And then the back deck isn't built yet, and the deck off of the utility room door isn't built yet, but that's just going to be a small one. Now, off of the master, I was going to build a 16 by 20 deck, but that would be up to the buyer, if they would want to build a different. But that deck does need to be built, 2 of them in the back, one just with kind of like a little platform with some steps coming out of the utility room just to get in and out from the back, and the master bedroom deck.
Got
So
it.
those aren't built either. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And they don't have to be that big. They can be as big as anybody would want them to be, or
Got it. So
bigger
you haven't
even.
even done footers or anything on those.
Not on the 2 back decks, but
Okay.
the front deck's been inspected and passed, and the footers and everything. Everything
Okay.
so far that I've done has been inspected and passed. Plumbing, electrical, framing, footers, the whole 9 yards.
I gotcha. Okay. All right. Perfect. Cool. Well, I mean, everything that you've been giving me, I've been putting straight into our system. That goes back to our underwriters.
Yep.
They're pulling
And
a
I can
report.
send you tons of pictures,
Okay.
I've got tons of pictures on my phone. Some pictures I can send.
Okay. All right. Yeah. One thing. So this is a landline I'm calling you from, so I can't get any text here. You can either email them, or if you put them in like a Google Drive folder, you could always just share the link to the folder, or like a Dropbox link or something like that.
Do
And
that.
then
I'm not very phone savvy, but I can
okay.
email them to you.
Okay.
What's your email address?
It's Chris, CHRIS at
Yep.
lazprop, LAZPROP.com.
Okay.
And yeah, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to run back to them and, just see what they've come up with.
Okay.
And then, yeah, go from there.
Good.
Said electrical, everything's all done there. No liens or anything on the property.
Oh, no. It's everything's paid for. The house is paid for now. I do owe a little bit on the property. Yes, like $17,000. So it's a very small amount.
17. Okay. Got it. Is that on a mortgage or?
Yeah, I got it on when I first bought the property several years ago. I bought it with on a loan.
Got it. Okay. All right. Is that just like a traditional conventional loan, or what kind of loan?
It was a loan for the land, and of course I told my bank I was going to build a house on it and everything, and I built the house out of pocket.
Got it. Okay.
On the house, I got a clean title on the house and deed, but the land I did those 17 on.
Got it. Okay. And okay, perfect. All right. Is there anything else, like what would you still need to figure out before you could actually sell?
I don't need to figure anything out really.
Okay.
If somebody wants it like it is, they can come and check it out. I can send pictures. Like I said, it's got a single car garage, and the garage is portable, so you can move it anywhere. It's got a little tough shed on it, got a 16 by 10 by 4 foot deep swimming pool above ground, and almost 3 acres, 2.5 or something like that. Got a creek running out the back and a bunch of fruit trees. I mean, it looks small from the outside, but when you get in it, it's really big.
Got it. Okay. Perfect. All right, cool. Let me do this. I'm going to put you on hold real quick. I'm going to run back to the underwriters, see what they've come up with, and I'll just be, just a minute or so.
Take your time.
We don't have any like fancy hold music or anything, so it's just going to be in silence, but I'll be right back.
You're good. Okay,
All right.
man. I'm still on the phone with him. He's just going to check something out.
I ain't got nothing to tell you, but good news, I guess.
You going over to Glenn?
Well, I told her she ain't home yet, but I told her when she gets home, I said, when you get home, holler at me because I want to come over before I leave.
Hello.
I want to come over and talk to her for a minute.
Hello.
You know, I talked to her a little bit out there, and she's like, well, when you go back to Texas, you're never coming back? I was like, no, I'll be back. I was like, especially if I got a reason. Somebody that wants me to come back.
All right, guys. So this is why we put people on mute, not hold, so we can hear what's going on.
Anyway, you know what
Now
she
they're
said?
just
I
chatting,
think you
right?
should.
They're not talking about anything in particular,
Come
but
back. Yeah. But I mean, whatever. But if she goes, you ain't got a call? And I was like, yeah, I can do it.
a lot of times you'll get some juicy
Remember
nuggets.
that? You should have
Yo,
said,
how
yeah,
many
Phil
square feet is
does.
it? 1,500 square feet?
Yeah,
I think so.
She
You
goes,
want me to check?
I got cars.
Has vinyl
She
siding.
goes, I
1,500
go to the
square feet.
float. All I got to do is that.
Orange
She goes, well, I'll try to get back before
I
dark.
can't
was
really
like,
hear
well,
you. They're
don't matter. I
loud.
was like, I can leave.
I know.
I was going to leave anyways at a certain time. I told Phil, I just go right, once I get over that first time coming right down, as soon as you go over by Carrollton, I'll just get on 75. You know what I mean? I just get all about Texas.
I like these guys.
I can't do my girl like that. I got damn Phil. I mean, it's probably going to end up that way if Linda gave me this much room. If she gave me an inch, I'm going to tell you right now, she likes you. So I need to know. She got this. You got a little bit of that? I ain't got shit. Yeah, well, look, that ain't what we're about. We're about fucking company. She likes you. That's all I need to tell you that. She likes you. I know. I can tell just what she said there. I think you should. She just like want to know if I'm going to go to Texas and never come back. I get down to Texas. I got my motorcycle. As soon as the fucking weather breaks, I'll be back. Or I'll get that.
This is kind of what I came up with.
Or I'll fucking fly. You know, I can fly for $118.
Okay.
So we need it.
Yeah, like I told her, I got some
45,
stuff I got.
45.
But I'm gonna tell you,
Even with
you
the
keep
stuff
this
he's put
between
into
me and
it.
you. If anything, like if me and her love to get together.
So is
You know what?
is 125 the offer?
That's our sell price. So we
That's
need
our
to
sell
sell
price.
I
off that.
fell in a shit
Yep,
house and
that's
come
our
out
wholesale
smelling like
price.
a rose.
Got
you know
it.
what I mean?
Okay.
Your phone. My phone. Oh, it's fucking. Probably not it.
All right. So sell at between 125 and what? What do you think? Realistic range?
I think 230 is the ARV. There's not much there, but there's some. Most of the properties that sold at that price point are more expensive. I'm sorry. Let me get my bearings in my face. They are lower square foot, or this one's lower square footage than the other ones. So it doesn't have as high a square foot as the ones that sold for that price.
Okay.
But I think we could still get 230. If it appraised for 230, I actually agree with that as an ARV. But we need to put a little bit of money in.
In my mind, I still need a place to go.
I love it. I love this guy, dude.
All of my chains is there.
All right, I'll put the numbers in here.
Window.
All right. So what do you think? Like 103?
Yeah, we can go with that.
All right.
Do you think 125 is the sell at price? Like, or is there a range you're thinking?
Big birds flying.
125 to 135, maybe, give or take 10, depending on what the rehab is
Throwing
gonna be.
shadows on our eyes. Jesus, helpless, helpless.
Which means our offer could be as high as like 110.
Got it. Okay.
We could even do up to 115. Just look as I'm continuing these numbers. Yeah, so we're good at. I wouldn't say 103 necessarily, but depends on how far back you want to back it out for wholesale.
Well, if we can sell it for 125, I mean, we want to make at least like 20 grand. So I wouldn't want to go much more than 100.
Right, and this 45K rehab, I understand he put a lot into the property, but this is the price per square foot at $30 a square foot, not including any major things, which I understand some of the things were done. So this is just we're dumping 30K into a property regardless.
Yeah. Well, and the problem is for everybody watching, for your benefit, partially renovated properties, it's very rare that you don't have to redo somebody's work. So that's the challenge you run into. I'd rather something that need to be fully renovated than something that's partially renovated, even though this is a new construction. Yeah, he's absolutely thinking about how he's gonna spend the cash.
Oh,
So,
by the
all
way,
right,
is
give me
it
a
a new
sec.
construction?
Yeah, he just built it.
Oh, I didn't know what year it was. Yeah, you could probably back that 45K rehab out a little bit, even so. So I wouldn't say it'd mean more than 35K.
Okay.
So back that out about 10K. Yeah, so
All right,
which means
so
we could come up 10K in our offer.
So give me my offer range.
Your offer range is 105 to 125.
Okay. Got it. All right. Hey, Phil, you there?
I am.
Hey, sorry about that, man. They
good,
they
man.
got a bunch of properties on their docket to look at right now. I don't have good news or bad news for you just yet. They're still working on it. But I did have another question for you. So everything's all good to go, no liens. Plumbing, is that all hooked up? Good to go?
All the plumbing's in and inspected. All the electrical has been inspected. Now the finished electric hasn't been inspected. I'm not done putting all the plugs in. I've got a few more lights to put in. I've got a few more plugs and stuff to put in. But as soon as I get done, it'll be inspected and passed. I've done this, 5 times now, although I was going to live in this one. But
Got it.
I'm an all-around construction guy, so I do most of it myself, and I hire people out to help me, and I guide them along. And but I've been in the construction business for 40 years. I'm a master plumber and electrician, and God's gifted me with some good talents. I can weld. I can do just about anything.
Nice.
But so yeah, everything so far, like I said, I've built this house from the ground up. So the footers, the framing, the front deck or porch, the electrical, the plumbing, all the plumbing's in. The electrical panels in, everything that I've done so far has passed. The only thing I have to get inspected now is when I finish the house and the cabinets are in and the electrical's all in, the inspector will come by and give me the okay. And of course, I already know it's going to pass because I know what I'm doing, so.
Yeah. Gotcha. Okay. All right, cool. And if the underwriter was to come back with an offer that made sense for you, our typical closing timeline is usually within a 30 to 60 day range. Is that doable for you?
That's okay with me.
Okay.
The quicker the better, I will tell you that, but yeah, that's okay.
Okay, cool. And if I can get an offer approved for the property today, you mind if I just tell you how the process would work?
Well, yeah, you can tell me how the process would work.
Okay.
That'd be fine.
Perfect.
I've done this a bunch, and I know how I want it to work also. You know what I mean? That
Yeah,
makes sense.
no, totally. I mean, we have a, we're pretty dialed in on our process. So it's pretty easy. Once the home's approved and an offer's accepted, we just sign a basic agreement. It's written in pretty basic English, not to insult anybody's intelligence, but it's just super easy to understand. And then usually within 24 to 48 hours, you'll get a welcome call from our transaction coordinator. They'll just set the right expectations, let you know what's going to happen along the way, and they'll line up for us to get in and get photos of the house. The title company will obviously make sure everything's, clear for closing. We might need to schedule, a couple walkthroughs here and there, just have, our guys do whatever inspections
Not
or,
a problem.
and then pretty much after that, we head to the closing table so you can get paid, and then title will request a payoff for the whatever debt you have on the land, and then they'll take care of that out of the proceeds. So pretty straightforward. So
Been there, done that. Yep.
perfect. Yeah, the last thing they wanted me to check with you is if we can get to a number that makes sense for both of us. Are you ready to move forward with a purchase agreement today?
Depends on how you write it up, because I know how I want it wrote up, because I've done this several times, and if it ain't written up correctly the way I want it, then I will let you know how I need it wrote up, and you won't have a problem with it either. I'm sure nobody else has.
Got it.
So we can, you can write it up how you want to, and then I'll make any changes. I say, nope, this has got to be written like this, or this has got to be written like that, and we're going to word this like that, or whatever. If you understand, if that makes sense, then we can go from there.
Got it. Any particular?
A couple of them that I've had to change stuff on them,
Okay. What kind of terms have you had to change in the past that you're thinking about?
Just different things like buying the property as is. Some of them forget to put it in there as is, stuff like that. I've had people put money in say they're putting money in I'm blessed. I can't think of the term I'm trying to think of.
Earnest money?
The money they put, what is it?
Earnest money?
Yeah, earnest money. Yeah, I couldn't think of it. Yeah, so the earnest money, and then one of them backed out, and I didn't get my earnest money either, so.
Gotcha.
And I waited the 30 days, and that's kind of a pisser, because that puts me behind 30 days waiting when somebody says they're going to buy it, and I've got a contract, and then they back out of the contract for whatever reason, and then the earnest money doesn't come to me after I put myself behind, and I did that once, and I won't do that again, especially not getting the earnest money after they backed out,
Gotcha. Gotcha.
What do? You just piss and moan about it. That's all you can do.
Yeah,
but
totally.
I know how I want the contract wrote up, but you write it up like that, I'll make any adjustments that I need to on the contract and let you know. And if you agree with what I disagree with, if I even disagree with it, you might write it up perfect,
Gotcha. Okay.
I don't know, but if I have some inquiries on it, then I'll let you know what needs to be changed for me to go forward with it.
I gotcha. Okay. All right, cool. Yeah, I'm gonna run back there and see what they've come up with. I'm gonna put you on another hold real quick.
That's fine.
And then hopefully they approve it. I know the just being totally transparent, I know the biggest challenge sometimes for them is, stuff that's like partially done. Not to
what
say
I've
this.
told you is the honest to God truth. I have no reason to lie to you. I can send you all the pictures, and you can send as many people out here to check it out as you want to, but I've been totally honest with you. There's no sense in me not being totally honest with you.
I totally get you. I'm, just speaking from experience in the past. I know, like they're almost, the project managers are almost like, I'd rather have a property that needs a full renovation than something that somebody else did anything on. Dealing with contractors. I mean, what they say about contractors. They're like underwear. You got to change them early and often, right? So yeah. But let me see what I can come up with. I'll put you on another hold real quick, and I'll be right back.
Okay. All right. Perfect. Thank you. Well, might be selling.
Huh?
Might be selling.
Yeah. I like how you told them right off the bat. I got fucked out of money before. I'm not getting fucked out of it again. That's what I tell them. So you write it up to where I don't get fucked, or we're not agreeing. That's all I tell them. Welcome. took your last screw in it.
I've been through this 5 times. I don't know what to tell. Yep.
You just told them.
I
You
did.
write it up, then I'll tell you what I like or don't like about it.
Tell them what to change if they get something wrong as far as, how it should be written up anyway. You have to, because if they write something, you miss it.
Yeah.
And then they well, too bad. You signed it. You signed the contract. Yeah. So I don't miss shit. you know.
Oh, she just dropped a new accent in Detroit. She's still acting like she's
acting like black. She's black. She's a black.
Southern black. Now Northern black. I guess.
How about that? You hear her say that? How about that? Oh, yeah. How about that? Kamala fucking there. I'd like to smack that bitch with the head of my dick right in her eyeball, just whack! Put a big old rim black eye on her. So you had the blenders in, or what's going on?
Well, when she gets home, I told her.
Oh, okay.
But I told Lee, when she ain't home, she said she'd probably try to get home by dark. I said, well, it's no big deal. I said, like I told Lee, I said, well, I'm going to wait till Belinda gets home. I'm going to go over and talk to her for a little bit. Then I'm going to head up. I said, unless she tells me to stay all night or something, then I'll be up in the morning.
Batter up.
Oh, I already did.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to, here, let's do this one on mine. Ain't that what you gave me? What we just did?
Want to take with you?
Well, I was going to snort it because... Got these the other day, Kill. They're still good. I had them in the backpack myself. Peanut butter cracked. I love them. Put that right here. Yeah, that's the one. That one was on there. So I put that one you already used. Use that one too, but I put it over there. We had too many fucking dishes. You know what I mean? Yeah, I just thought I'm just getting stuff together. Like I have to take your 5-pack because that's what I use at April's. What? That little plug that I brought down.
Oh yeah. Take what you take what you take with you. Oh, I got plenty of shit.
Well, I just need that for my phones up at her house because one of them plugs into it, and the other one, like my white one, is plugged in like you got it. But my other phone, it plugs into the thing, my charger. I left that in the table.
Good.
Leave. Well, fucking silly. Just tell them, it's like, oh, this thing, I wouldn't even go back to Texas. But with you, because I said, Blend, I was like, when I told him I was going over her house, and when I said something about, if I wasn't coming back, I said, well, I'll come back, but I mean, in the song or whatever, I said, especially if I got somebody who wants me to come back, I'll be. Yeah. And she goes, I guess you will, now, she didn't say I want you to, but how did I say she said? You need get Texas out of your head. I can't do my kid like that. You know that. I go, hey, look, like I said, me and Blenders, we're doing little baby steps. That's why I need to talk to her.
Like I said, fuck Texas.
Well, I mean, like I told Lee, Blender's had shitty luck with men. I've had shitty luck with women.
Yep.
So there's no way we want to be shitty to each other.
Yeah, no. You've been friends too long to be shitty.
That's what I told her the other night. I said, Linda, you know how long it's been since I've been with a girl I respected? Respect it. I was like, it's been since one of my girlfriends. What are you going to do with it? You ain't going to do this one too? No, I'll just take it.
Yeah.
Christian, this has to go cash, right? If it's not finished, it can't go any type of financing, really, right?
That's what I told her. And when I said, when my bike's in the shop, I want to come down and take you. And I want me and her to go like the Louisville to a nice place out to eat.
Sorry, I was muted. Yes, that's correct.
I was like, you know what I mean?
It depends. If it doesn't pass for a certificate of occupancy, it has to be cash.
What is it?
Joe's Crab.
No, not like that. Like a little place where they might have like food and like a band.
I can tell you where there's a Mexican place that has Mexican guys going around playing the violin.
Yeah, you. Them mariachi boys, mariachi's good. Yeah, nothing like that. I can't go crazy. I ain't got the. It don't cost no more than. No, not that. I'm not talking about the cost. I'm talking about. It's gotta be. It's gotta be. No, it's gotta be a little quiet, a little dark. That's romantic, though, man. You know, band. Maybe a fucking 3-piece band or something. You know what I'm talking about?
Two guys
jazz
in
or
a
something.
Mexican restaurant, man, playing music is good as shit, dude.
Yeah, I don't like Mexican food that much, dude. That's the only thing about Texas is like, I had to go to a place where working people, because when you go to a Mexican, like, see how much them plates cost? Dinners? Yeah, 24. Like, next time you go to Mexican, halfway decent one, just look at how much the fucking things cost. Well, I don't really eat Mexican. I don't know what I buy that I like. So we go out to a place, and I try something. I'm getting something for $24 or $30. I really don't like it that much. Yeah. But then what I did, Phil, I found this place where working people go, and they got specials every day. 2 specials every day, Monday through Friday. And they're closed at like, they open up real early in the morning, like 6. Okay. And they close like at 10 after sometime. I forgot.
All right, Phil, you there?
Yes, I am.
All right, man. Hey, I appreciate the patience, man. Those guys are freaking pain in my butt, man. All they do is freaking look at spreadsheets all day and
You're good.
tell me what I got to do. All right. So congratulations. They actually approved the property to be purchased. This is the first one in a rural market that they've approved for me in the last 30 days. So let me explain exactly what they've approved. So the offer was approved to buy the property as is. All right. They approved the closing to be within 60 days. And they'll close as fast as
You're breaking up really bad.
Oh, can you hear me now? Hello, can you hear me?
Okay, yeah, I got you now.
Okay, perfect. All right. So yeah, so they approved to buy the property as is. They approved the closing to be within 60 days. They'll close as fast as possible, but in rural markets, sometimes it takes a little longer.
Yeah.
And then
I would rather that be 25 to 31 days if we can do that. 60 is a long time, because if they don't, like I told you before, I waited 30 days and that put me behind. So then if they back out and I wait 60 days, and that puts me that much more behind on working on it,
I got
because
you.
I'm not, so I'd rather it be 25 to 31 days if that's possible.
Okay. Well, I can go back to them and see, but let me review the offer as it is now, and then we can talk about it and see what what's most important to you, whether it's timeline or whatever it is. So that's what they've approved, was within 60 days, and the way it gets written up is as soon as practical, but no later than 60 days. Okay.
Yeah.
And then there's no commissions to be taken out. All the closing costs will be covered by us. So both the sell side and the buy side closing costs we'll take care of. Now contrary to popular belief, we don't have unlimited funds. And so anytime they approve an offer, they allocate those funds and they move them into a separate account in the business. So it's called a virtual withdrawal account. So I'm going to give you this number to jot down. So if you ever need to call back in and talk to anybody, just reference this number and they'll be able to pull up your account. Okay. Let me know when you're ready.
Okay. I'm ready.
All right. So it's VW like Volkswagen.
Okay.
3668.
Okay. VW 3668. Okay.
That's it. Yep. So the offer, the approved offer for your property in its current condition is $103,298.
So that, what I say, 125.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a second here. I don't think I'm going to accept that offer though, because I lose money at that offer. Give me 1 second here. Hey, Clyde. Give me a second.
Take your time.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to accept that offer. That's $22,000 difference. Nah. You could make so much money off of this that $125,000 will let you sink into it. So if they don't want that kind of profit, then I mean that's a hell of a profit. To me, hell, $10,000 is a hell of a profit, but y'all gonna make at 125 if you put in. Let's just say you put in 50 on it. That's 175, and you sell it for 250. That's $75,000 profit. I don't know how you couldn't be happy with that, but
well, I mean, I can understand how you might feel that way, and I get it, man. I know you put work into it, and obviously you got a number that you're trying to get out of it. But just so full disclosure, right? It's not exactly $75,000 of profit, right? Because, just so you know, kind of like what goes into when we look at a deal. If we could sell it for 250, right? And I don't know that we necessarily could. I think they're thinking that it might be closer to like 220. But even if we could sell it for 250, right? Generally speaking, we're going to have realtor commissions, closing costs, buyer requests for repairs, concessions, things like that. Usually there's about 10% in fees that get eaten up with all of that when it's all said and done. So now we're at 2.25. And then, if we were to put 50K in, like you said, and then if we bought it for 125, that leaves 50, but that doesn't take into consideration, like as much as we're buying cash, we have investors that fund the business. And so they're looking to get a return. There's there's holding costs, right? So depending on how long it takes, I mean, that could easily be, about $15,000 in holding costs and financing costs for all that funding. And so, I mean, if it's 15, that leaves 35 when it's all said and done. And that's assuming that we can sell it for 350 or sorry, 250, and we don't get reductions. I mean, if we can only sell it for, 220, well, now that only leaves $5,000 of profit. You know what I mean?
That's still a good profit. I mean, $5,000.
5,000?
I mean, that's a pretty good profit. I've been in business for a long time, and any profit's a good profit if you ask me. But I mean, 5,000 is a pretty good profit.
Well, it's not. I mean, it's better. It's better than nothing.
Definitely. I mean, 5,000 is a good profit. I mean, I know because everybody gets more than that. Everybody thinks they should always get that, and I understand that. But I mean, $5,000 is a good profit. I'll take 110,000. That's going to be my bottom line.
110.
Yep. And I won't take anything less than that. And that's me losing money. So.
Okay. I mean, I can't make any promises. I'll go to bat for you. And here's the deal. I'm on your side, right? Like the hard part for me is just getting an offer approved on a property at all. I don't make any, like, if you don't get paid, I don't get paid on the deal. So like, it's in my best interest to get it across the finish line. So I'll do what I can and talk to them. Now, like, I know you had some reservations about the timeline. I mean, if the only way to get them up to that 110 number is with that 60-day timeline, like, is that a deal breaker?
I would rather it be 25 to 31 days, but I really don't want to wait 60 days, to be honest with you. I mean, I think 31 days is plenty of time, but I'm not going to take anything less than 110, and we'll call it 31 days. The 60 days I don't want to wait on. I just finish it and sell it myself for, 230 or whatever I can get out of it, 250, I don't have to sell it, I just want to so I can get up there with my kids. So, I mean, it ain't costing me nothing. It ain't eating nothing, so.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's paid for. So it's 110 and 31 days tops, or just we don't even need to talk anymore, just to be frank with you. I'm not trying to be a dick or anything, but.
No, I got you, man. I hear you.
So
okay. So, I mean, is that the absolute best you think you can do? I mean, if they came back and they were like, hey, we can do 45 days, like, is that going to, should I not even bother?
I mean, I don't know why 31 days isn't enough when that's what most people do is 25 to 31 days. So
yeah, and normally, full transparency, I mean, normally, like if it's in a major metro, then usually we can do, 30 days without a problem. The challenge is, with it being um, a little bit more rural. But let me ask you this: is there something, like, I mean, I want to go to bat for you, like, so it just helps me to go to bat for you and fight for it. I mean, is there something that's coming up like in 31 days that's like going to be a difference for you that like I can, try to
no,
use?
my thing is, like before, I don't want to put myself out when I could be working on it because, of course, I'm not going to work on it if you're going to write up a contract and I agree with it, for that amount of time. But I'm not going to go 60 days and y'all back out. That's not going to happen to me again. That's the issue. So it's going to be 110,000 and 31 days, or we ain't going to make a deal. Just quite frankly.
Gotcha. Okay. All right.
Yep. I'm going to stick firm with that, man.
Okay. All right. And so, yeah,
I don't have
you
to sell it.
mentioned somebody else had backed out before they
Yeah.
locked you up or something.
So
Okay.
put a bad taste in my mouth. Yeah.
Yeah. What was the situation there?
I have no idea.
Hmm.
I have no idea.
Got it. Okay.
They backed out. I called them. They won't even answer the phone. So
Oh, geez.
I'm not going to put myself through that again. So that's
Yeah,
my term. If you can't meet them, I'm fine with that because I don't have to sell it.
I got you. Okay. All right. Let me see what I can do. I mean, I mean, if they came back at 109, is it just like just tell them to go pound sand?
I mean, just see what you can do and tell me what they say.
I got you. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let me see what I can do. I'll put you on another hold. And hey, worst case scenario, if we can't get it done, man, we'll part ways friends. Fair?
Right. I mean, we're good. Yeah. Oh yeah. No
All right.
problem.
And then hit me up if you ever get out to San Diego. I'll, show you where the
Right on.
good Mexican food is, man.
Right on.
All right. Be right back.
All right, man. And if you don't think $5,000 is a profit, I think $5,000 is a pretty damn good profit for anything, ain't it? I mean, if you $5,000, I mean, if you can make $5,000 on any investment, I think is a good profit. I mean, fuck $5,000.
How much are you investing?
Well, I mean, I get that, but I mean, profit's profit.
Yeah, profit. Profit.
$5,000 is a lot of profit. They make so much money on houses.
Yep.
They want that $25,000 profit or that $60,000 profit. They don't want the $5,000 profit, which I don't understand because that's $5,000 they can reinvest in another property.
I'm like you. I mean, like you wait around on a house,
yeah,
you get 20,000, you wait 80, like 100 days or something.
Yeah.
But you turn over 3 or 4 for 5,000 in a 30-day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like you on that.
Oh yeah. I'm not gonna move after I've been through this shit.
Don't sell yourself cheap.
Oh, I'm not going to. I just told him.
Yeah. Like you said, that fucking house ain't costing you nothing sitting there.
It ain't costing me a penny. I don't have to sell it.
You don't have to sell it.
Hell no, I don't have to sell it.
All you reason why you want to sell it, you want to get out of it.
Yep.
That's the only reason.
Sell it. Just like that motherfucker ain't eating nothing. I'm paying the electric bill. I'm happy. I'll keep.
And that
motherfucker put Clyde and Phil's fuck shower. No, Philip and Clyde's fuck shower. Come on in and get laid, bitches.
Well, you can't put me up there no more.
Okay.
Then she just look. You know why?
Belinda and Clyde.
Look.
Belinda and Clyde on the side.
She just messaged me.
Belinda and Clyde on the side.
Just messaged me. Okay.
I ain't fucking around with these people. Fuck, I don't have to sell it, motherfucker. I don't give a fuck if I sell them or not. I'll
get it done and make my own profit off of it, you know?
Yeah.
I just didn't make the damn profit myself and let somebody else make it. I'd be a fool.
All right, man. I got to get this shit ready.
A little at a time. So you going over there?
Yeah, I'm going to go over there.
Oh, cool. Good for you.
And, yeah, I'll probably just leave from her house.
Are you leaving tonight, or you
yeah,
trying to?
What if she's?
Well, I mean, that's what I told Lee. I said, I said, like, you know, if I go over here
and
and she wants me to stay, I'll be up in the morning.
Yeah,
but if I'm not, you know, I don't have to. I can leave 1 o'clock in the morning. It don't matter to me.
Yeah.
You
You don't want to do that.
But no, I mean, I got warm
6
clothes.
o'clock in the morning, you know.
Well, whatever. But yeah. But I mean, even whatever time I leave, I can go straight down and get on the highway and go up. I mean, it's
right. But I mean, you ain't got one.
I go up.
Stay there.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. It ain't no
way you
big
can
deal,
cuddle with her, you know, shit like that. Watch a movie. Drink
That's
a little
what I'm
bit of
saying. It all
wine.
depends.
Drink a little bit of wine. Yeah.
All depends on what she wants to do.
Yeah, you're taking this, right?
Yeah, I got to take that, bro.
Yeah.
That's the only plug I have to plug my shit in at April's. See, because this thing right here.
Yep.
These right here, I have it for my other phone.
Good, brother.
That's why I have this down Texas too. So I just
right on.
I'll put that in there. But yeah, it all depends on what she wants. If she tells me to stay, even if she says stay and sleep on the couch. Well, there you go. Saying
She ain't gonna say sleep on the couch.
yeah, man, you know me, brother. You know me, my friend. Yeah.
Hey, Phil, you there?
I am.
All right, man. Hey, I appreciate your patience, brother. Hey, man, I'm going to battle for you and trying to get this thing done, man. You know, they're talking about it with the manager. Let me ask you this real quick. I mean, if it comes down to it and you got to choose between, you know, the closing timeline versus the dollar amount, like what's really the most important for you?
They're both very important to me. You know, I'm losing money, number one, and the timeline is where I want it to be, number two. I'm not going to lose another 60 days not working on this place. You know, I'm hammering down on it every day. So, you know, so both of them are very important to me. You know, I'm losing money on the $110,000.
Okay. All right.
And so I told you what I want. Let's just call it a day. That's all I can do. And
okay.
if they come up with something else, feel free to call me.
Okay. Yeah.
31 days, 110,000.
Give me a second. What's your email address, by the way?
PB, like is in peanut butter or Philip Brown, 748618 at gmail.com. 748618. PB 748618 at gmail.com.
Got it. Okay. All right. Let me just read that back one more time. PB 748618 at gmail.
748618. Yes.
Perfect. Okay. All right. Cool. Give me 2 seconds. I'll be right back.
Okay, man.
Fine. I'm gonna go out there and probably drill that lower. Well, no, I'll wait in the morning. I'm gonna leave that shit on there till the morning.
I would.
I may go heat it up again. You know.
That might not hurt it.
Heat it up probably won't hurt. And then tighten them.
I don't know about tightening shit, but I know
I tighten it up a little bit. If it'll tighten.
It might.
I might crank down on it a little bit, see what happens. But anyway.
All right, brother.
Give me a call before you leave, man.
Okay. You know? Well, if anything, brother, holler if you have anything up. I gotta get my bike up here. I'm coming back. Whether I got the old fucking truck.
Well, call me if you need a ride. You know, call me if you need a ride. I ain't doing shit.
Okay.
I'm gonna go down there and work on that house and work on the electrical and stuff a little bit tomorrow.
Well, if you work on her bring back, you want me to bring back all hard?
Okay. No. Yeah.
It's up to you.
Get you hard and me hard. That way, you do yours and do mine. We won't have to worry about fucking, you know, who's who. You know.
Oh, well, I don't worry about that.
Okay. Well,
I never worry about that.
All right.
I buy it. If we do it, we do it.
Okay.
You take the first hit, I'll take the first. I put it there. I don't worry about shit like that, bro. Never did.
All right.
I mean, you know, like how many times I tell you? Do it. I'll holler at you.
Holler at
All right, Phil, you there?
Yes, sir.
All right, brother. I appreciate you you bearing with
You're
me
welcome.
here, man.
You're
And
welcome.
all right, dude. So congrats, man. I went to battle for you, dude. I got them to come all the way up to the 110, and I got them to commit to the 31 days.
Okay.
So let me you should have in your email, you should have an email there. You have access to it right now?
I do.
Okay, let me know when you get it up here.
What she said.
I,
Let's see.
man, I'll tell you, man, things have been crazy with this election coming up, man. Like,
Oh yeah.
you know, like it's slowing a lot down, you know, for us. You know, the financial markets are freaking slow, and everybody's like worried that, God forbid, Kamala Harris gets in.
God, if she, oh my God, it's just going to be a total hoax like Biden. You know, it's going to be a scam. If she gets in, we're going to shit. We are already going to shit. You know,
Yeah.
she says she's going to change everything in a day. She's going to change her accent 6 times depending on what state she's in. She had a Georgia accent. She talked black there for a minute. You know, how about that? You know, and all that. I can't stand her or Biden. I can't believe they haven't been impeached. I mean, treason. There's all kinds of reasons. I'm a strong Republican, man. I'm all for Trump. Look, the man's been accused of shit he didn't do. He's been convicted, felonies, and I mean, for what? The guy's 77 years old, never committed a felony, and now all of a sudden he's got felonies because the Democrats want him to have them because they're cheating ass bastards. You know, this is going to be a bad time for us if
Yeah.
she gets elected. It's going to be a civil war, I think. And then you got 10 million different people from other countries in here, mostly young men in their 25s and 30s, you know, ready to fight that can live off the land because they come from third world countries.
Yeah.
And, you know, our tree-hugging bitches today can't do it. These kids are, you know, they cry when they stub their toe. You know, they want everything for free. And I'm fortunate I've taught my kids, I've raised my kids right. My kids all have jobs. I got a daughter, she's a single mother and works 2 jobs. You know, I got a son, he's a master welder, and he just drug up. He's out of the 502, which is where I went, and he drug up from Globe Mechanical as a welder, one of their top welders, or the top welder, and went down to the battery plant in Elizabethtown. He wasn't there 2 weeks, and they made him the supervisor at 32 years old over 1,500 welders. You know, so I'm very proud of my children. I got a daughter that I trained for 2 years, and she is a licensed journeyman plumber. And she's
Nice.
beautiful. Yeah, and she's a licensed journeyman plumber. I'm not seeing the email. Should I check my spam maybe? Because
Yeah,
who did it came from?
double check your spam. It'll say Christopher Deal on it. It comes from this. Yeah, it comes from the software is called Panda Doc. You know, like a panda bear.
Okay.
And
I'm
doc,
looking.
like
Let me see
document.
it. I don't see it on anything new. Let me check my spam here. Oh, there it is. Christopher Deal. Okay.
Perfect.
Okay, I've got it pulled up.
All right. So I'm going to review it with you real quick. If there's any questions, you know, stop me along the way, but I'll just, you know, work through line by line and just, you know, kind of go
Let
through
me
it.
get it
So
open here.
perfect.
All right, let's see here. Okay. Let's see. Okay, I'm here.
All right. Perfect. So at the top, it's just basic purchase contract for real estate. You'll see, just make sure I have the correct spelling of your name.
Yep.
Okay. Philip S. Brown, and then REI made easy.
Give me 1 second.
Yeah, no worries. Take your time.
Would you beep it? What? Turn your signal off.
All
right.
I don't know if it's my lawn stuff. Maybe I hit it.
Give me 1 second, Clyde. My buddy can't get his bike started. He's got to head out here. Okay.
Oh, no worries. If you want to give him a hand with that real quick, I can hold. Not a big deal.
Just go ahead. It's okay. So,
Okay.
we're at the top first word of Philip Brown. That's, the name is spelled correct, Philip S. Brown.
Perfect. And then REI Made Easy Inc.
21980.
That's our company. You got your address there. Is that address correct?
21980 State Road 350. Yes, that's correct.
Perfect. Okay, cool. And then you can see description of property as is. We got
Yep.
the purchase price, 110. We've got our earnest money deposit to make the contract legally binding, and then the remaining funds get paid out at close of escrow. Section
Yep.
1 is closing costs. You can see in bold is to be
Yep.
paid in full by buyer. Encumbrances, so this is just any existing debt that'll come
Yep.
out of your side. Tax
Yep.
proration, if you prepaid for the year, you'll get the, any excess paid back to you.
Right.
Close of escrow as soon as practical, but no later than 31 days. Earnest money is held by title. We've got our inspection time. We can go in and do our inspections that are necessary so we can confirm condition.
He got it started, so we don't have to worry about it.
Oh, perfect. Section 7 is just continued access to the property while we're in escrow. We're going to need to get guys out to do inspections and stuff like that.
Give me 1 second. I hear you. Okay, you can leave that open. Just leave that open. It's good. All right, Clyde, be safe, man. Okay, sorry about that.
No worries, no worries. Yeah, so yeah, section 7 on page 1 is just access to the property, right? You're just going to give us access while we're in escrow to do what we need to do. So at the bottom of page 1, there's just an initial box right there.
Yep.
And then let's see here. Page 2, 8, occupancy. It's going to be vacant. Number 9 is title docs. We're going to get a title insurance policy on it. 10 is basically just saying if there's any delays in obtaining clear title, then we can extend until title is clear. If all you have is a small, debt, then it shouldn't be a problem. It should be well clear before we close. Title insurance, if title cannot insure, if we can't obtain title insurance, then, that's a reason for us to be able to back out, right? Section 12 is basically just you are who you say you are. You have the authority to sell it. You're going to maintain the property in its current condition between now and closing, and any personal property left behind becomes part of the property. Buyer disclosure. So one of the principal owners of the company is a licensed agent in the state of California, but we're not acting in that capacity. 14 and 15 are just default by seller and buyer. Obviously, you want to sell it, we want to buy it, so that's not an issue. Section 16, we pre-market some of our properties, kind of like a coming soon, just speeds up our timeline, helps reduce our overhead for holding costs. So this just gives us the ability to market. 17, we record a document with the county just telling them, hey, we intend on closing on this property. Okay. Section 18 is assignability and novation throughout our pre-marketing. If we find somebody that wants to buy the property from us, it gives us the ability to either assign it to a cash buyer or novate it to a buyer that's coming with a loan. It doesn't change anything for you. The number that we promised you and we agreed to, you still get that net number. And then 19 is just saying that anything above and beyond that, right? If we get somebody that's like, I think there's oil on this land and it's worth $2 billion and they want to pay us $2 billion for it, we get the difference.
Wouldn't that be nice?
That would be the craziest thing that's ever happened.
And I'd be pissed.
Yeah, you'd be pissed. I'd be pissed because I wouldn't get the benefit of that either. So we'd both be pissed. I'd be like, damn, why couldn't I have negotiated something in there for me? Section 20 is basically the contract is the contract. There's no verbal agreements. Okay.
Yep.
And then 21, there are no additional terms and conditions. So that section's blank.
Yep.
And then you just got your signature and date line and an initial there.
Yep.
And then the last page is just authorization for us to sign any type of listing documents. So if we're going to market the property, we can go ahead and list it.
Gotcha. Okay.
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 So pretty
I
straightforward.
will.
There should be like
Yep.
a yellow button there to start,
Yep.
and
See
then
it.
it'll take you to the next, it'll take you to the first initial box. And I think you
Yep.
just, are you on your phone or your computer?
I'm on my phone.
Okay. So you should just be able to tap on the initial box.
Yep. I will, but not right now. But go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. Once you tap on the initial box, then it'll pull it open, and then you can, hit a button and it'll apply your initials on it.
Okay. I'm going to review this just to let you know. I'm going to review this, and
Okay.
then I'm going to put it next to one of my older contracts, how I like it written up, and compare the two of them before I start, signing stuff and like that. So
Gotcha.
give me an hour or so, and then I will shoot you a text or whatever, and then we can go from there. But I do have to review it compared to, one of my other contracts.
I gotcha. Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
Is there anything in particular that stands out to you at this point?
No, everything looks pretty straightforward here. I mean, everything looks pretty good. So,
Okay.
I just do want to put them side by side. That way, I don't make any mistakes
I
or miss
gotcha.
something. So, yeah. So
Okay.
that's all I'll have to do, and then I will. What time are you quitting or whatever? Or do you want me to get back with you tomorrow after I review it, or?
Yeah, so what you can do is, I mean, I'll probably be here for like maybe another 30 minutes.
Okay.
What you can do if everything looks good and you don't have any questions or concerns, then you can just go
Yeah.
ahead and sign an initial and it'll
Yeah. Yeah. Of
notify the
course.
team.
Yeah.
If you do have any questions, just shoot me a text. I'm going to
Okay.
send you a text because the number I'm calling from is a landline. So I'll text you from our text line, and then you can text in there, and then if I'm still here, I'll give you a call. If not, then we can touch gloves tomorrow.
Sounds great. Thank you
Awesome.
so much.
Yeah, I appreciate you, Phil, and I
Thank
look
you.
forward to getting this done for you, man.
Right on. Me too, man. Thank you.
All right, brother. Any chance you want to throw in that VW bus?
Ah!
Hey,
I'll tell you
man,
what, if you got 15K, I will.
it's probably worth it, man. It's probably worth it.
Oh,
That
it's
thing looks
worth it for
great.
sure. I'm telling you, man, it's got the patina out of this world. There is no rust on the frame. There's no rust in the. I'll tell you what, the carpet looks absolutely brand new. Still the same original car. This old man kept it in his garage. He actually started to refinish it. So he did the front seats and part of the front end. The back seats are all original. Plus the middle seat, you don't hardly ever find them in a bus because people take them out and get rid of them, put a table there or a cooler or a sink or whatever they do with them.
Yep.
And so it's a rarity to have the middle seat in there also. But all of the back is completely original. There's no rust anywhere like rusted through steel rust. It just has surface rust on top of the paint. I'll tell you what, this thing is immaculate. But I'd take 15K for it. But was that you that just texted me?
That is me that just texted you. Yep.
Okay, right on. Yeah, if you got 15K, let me know.
All right, all right.
And if you did, if you paint them and do all that and fix them up like a new one, let's say $30,000, $40,000 they're worth, all day.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
I just patina, but let me compare these two contracts and we'll get busy.
All right, sounds good, brother. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
All right, see ya.
Have a good one. Bye-bye.
All right, guys. Well, another contract out. I think he's gonna this is a one call pitch. Yeah, so one call pitch, and if everything goes according to plan, if he doesn't have any issues with the contract. Now we did a 31 business day close of escrow with a 31 business day inspection period. So it's not going to make sense as a novation. This absolutely has to be a cash wholesale deal. But yeah, man, I mean, Team Liquid, yeah, I mean, here's the thing. If you're not pitching for a one call close, you're never going to get a one call close, right? So that's why, like, when when I see guys out here, I'm not saying this is you, but like I see a lot of like influencers and like real estate guys that are like, yeah, I have this like 3-call pitch, multi-call pitch, right? And you have to do like to follow their process, you have to do 3 different calls. It's like that's wild to me because like it takes forever to get a hold of people, one time, let alone, 3 times. Thanks, Aaron. Yeah, appreciate that. Man, I missed a bunch of text messages in here. Or a bunch of messages in here. So let's see. I'm gonna review, just make sure I didn't miss anything along the way. You guys go ahead and feel free to put any questions in the chat if you have questions about, why I did something a certain way, why I frame anything a certain way. Hopefully, I'm sure you guys got some value out of it. Put in the chat what the most valuable thing that you took away from that call was, whether it was a phrase, whether it was, how I anchored, whether, whatever it is. I don't want to like anchor you guys to like think of something specifically. So just tell me what the biggest thing that you got value out of that you're like, man, I need to implement this like tomorrow. Right. Very curious what you guys really, like, let's see, I've made one serious offer in the last 1.5 months. Okay, I have a team member. We try to make at least 20 calls a day. We leave voicemails and texts. Okay, so Rating Woman, just going back and reading through your message here. So I would say if you're making 20 calls a day and you're leaving voicemails and texts, I would just try to call 60 a day and don't leave any voicemails and don't send texts. Now, the caveat here is if you don't have a CRM. I don't know if you have a CRM or not. If you're using a CRM, hopefully your CRM has like automated follow-up sequences and text messages. If you're not currently using a CRM and you want something that is good to get started, that's pretty basic. I have some recommendations. Forefront is really good for somebody starting out that's kind of by themselves or, a two-man operation type of thing. And we actually can build out your Forefront to match exactly how ours was when we were getting started. We have a whole build out for Forefront. And it's really good. It integrates with smartphone or CallRail. But yeah, I would try to get your number of calls up. I would scrap the voicemails, unless it's like a hot lead or it's a follow-up where you've already had a conversation with them and you've gotten through like a good bit of the pitch and you've made an offer. Otherwise, it doesn't make sense to leave a voicemail. I never get callbacks from voicemails, very, very rarely. And it sucks up a lot of time. You don't have a lot of conversations. And see, that's exactly why I would say scrap the voicemails, minimize the text messages, and triple the number of dials. Because if you triple the number of dials, if you're only having, like, let's say you're having one conversation out of every 20 calls, well, the easiest way to get 3 conversations is just do 60 calls, don't leave voicemails, and don't send texts. And you could do 60 dials. Like if people are not picking up, you could do 60 dials in 20 minutes, right? And then all you need is one call. Like this guy, I was on with him for like an hour and 45 minutes, right? If I get one call, at the end of the day, like, yeah, we want to make a volume of offers, but ultimately I want quality conversations, right? If I get a quality conversation and I could bring him through my entire process and those numbers are on point, like Christian said, he underwrote the deal. He was like, yeah, easily we could sell this for like 125 to 135. So if we have it locked up at 110, that's a $15,000 to $25,000 deal. It might be a little bit more, right? And if the ARV on it is 230, if ARV is 230, and let's say we get a guy that, will pay 75% of ARV minus repairs, and let's say it only needs 35,000 of work left, that's a 137.5 number for a buyer, right? So, minus 110, that's 27.5, right? So we have room in that to work. Let's see. People say they don't want to sell. So you can't do anything about people hanging up on you. Not sure what you mean by leaving us hanging, but people that say they don't want to sell, they wanted to sell at some point. That's how they got into your pipeline, right? So I would literally ask the question, like, hey, I get it, Mr. and Mrs. Jones, are you somehow you got across my table. Are you telling me you don't want to sell because you absolutely have no interest in selling, or are you just tired of getting 100 calls about your property? Because I get it. I get 100 calls about my properties too, right? And usually they'll level with you. You break it down. You like, hey, just level with me, and people will open up. We only make offers on the phone with the seller. Yep, that's all you should be doing. So not a Dirty Bird fan. Renee Martinez. Dirty Birds. You're probably a Cowboys fan just based on that statement. Hopefully not. Because the last time the Cowboys won anything was you had to record it on VHS. Let's see, Veronica, probably good for a pad split. Could be good for a pad split. It's a rural market, so maybe not. Let's see, what qualifiers must you have before making an offer on the phone? Yeah, that's a good question. Let's see, we look up the property details, inquire about the condition of the house, consider all info and ARV for now. Okay, so Reigning Woman, I'm glad you responded to Team Liquid, and Team Liquid, appreciate you asking that question. So Reigning Woman, here's the thing, right? Looking up the property details, inquiring about the condition of the house, and consider all info and ARV for an estimated offer. All of those are good things, right? Like those are things that you will need to take into consideration when it comes to making an offer. However, I think the greater question that Team Liquid was really inferring is what qualifies somebody to be deserving of an offer, right? And it's not the property details. It's not the condition of the house, because we can make an offer on a property in any condition, right? Perfect example. Let's say the property was fully renovated, tip-top shape, and the seller, let's say their daughter was taken, right? And now you're Liam Neeson, in your own movie Taken, and daughter's taken, and if they don't get $200,000 cash within the next 2 weeks to give to these kidnappers, like they're going to kill the daughter, right? Do you think that seller who has a fully renovated property that they could sell on market for $500,000, do you think that seller has a high level of motivation to sell that $500,000 house for $200,000 and get it done within 2 weeks so that they can solve that problem? Right? It's a rhetorical question. The answer is yes, unless they absolutely hate their daughter, right? So the most important thing, right? There's 4 things, right? You got the 4 pillars. You have time, like urgency, motivation, ballpark price, and you have condition, right? So the first thing is urgency. Now, when we say urgency, it's not like, do they have a sense of urgency? But it's really, are they capable, ready, willing, able, and capable of making a decision to sell their house today, right now, when we make them an offer? And if the answer is no, then you don't go. Meaning you don't go on, do not pass go, do not collect $200, do not make an offer, don't go through the rest of the call. And sometimes it's hard to discern that. And sometimes there might be ways where you can figure out, okay, they might have some flexibility, right? But that's the number one most important thing. Can they make a decision? If the answer is, well, they have to talk to their, spouse who is in Fiji right now for the next 2 weeks, like, oh, okay, got it. Well, why don't we do this? Why don't we schedule a time to talk when your spouse gets back, right? And then out of the other 3 pillars, motivation, price, and condition, we need to check one of those boxes, right? So are they distressed? Now, distressed can come in multiple different forms. You could have financial distress, right? They lost their job, their mortgage payment is $4,500 a month, they have all these credit card bills, and the longer they sit in the house, the further down in debt they go, and it messes up their situation. And so they need to pull the ejection cord so they can get out of that situation fast, right? Financial distress, emotional distress, right? We spoke to a lady yesterday, Kathy or somebody. She was emotionally distressed. She could stay in the house, but her mom died in the house. She's like seeing her ghost around, her uncle's ghost, like, and it's stressing her out. Like if somebody touches one of her mom's pictures, she like loses her mind, right? So she's emotionally distressed. And then you have property distress, right? And you could have a combination of those things, right? So that's the type of distress. Are they distressed in some way, shape, or form? Ballpark price. If they're coming out the gate, they want higher than Zillow, and they don't have any distress, and it's a livable property, even if they could make a decision today, they're not going to take our offer, right? We're not going to motivate them through price. So we're not going to make them an offer. If somebody tells me like, oh, I want $400,000 and Zillow says it's worth 3.25, right? It's estimate. Like, I'll do a quick check because sometimes Zillow is wrong, especially in rural areas, things like that. I'll do a quick check. And if it's just like way off the radar, then I'm not even considering. I was like, oh, Mr. and Mrs. Jones, it sounds like you're looking for a make me move offer. Am I wrong about that? No, you're not wrong about that. We'll sell it if, for the right price. Usually when people say for the right price, they mean you got to motivate me to move. The reality is we're not going to motivate you with price. I can tell you that right now, right? So 90%, their expectation of value should be 90% of Zillow or less. Okay. Now, it doesn't have to be 90%. Again, out of the 4 check boxes, we've got, can they make a decision? We've got, are they distressed in some way, shape, or form? What's their ballpark price that they're looking for, and the condition? Okay. So I want, can they make a decision? I want that box checked right away. If it's not checked, I don't even care about the other 3. So if I get this, then I just want one of the other 3. So 90% of Zillow or less. And then condition, is it livable and can it be financed or not? Right. So if they can make a decision, assuming they can make a decision, if they want 110% of Zillow, I'm not going to necessarily disqualify them, because if they're distressed, then depending on how distressed they are, I will be able to leverage that and get their number down to a reasonable number. Okay. If it's livable and financeable, right? Meaning they could sell it on market and to a retail buyer, and they want more than 90% of Zillow and they're not distressed, well, that person doesn't deserve an offer, because that offer is not going to do anything for them. It's just going to piss them off, and it's going to waste my time, right? So I'm not going to go through all those, jump through all those hoops. So hopefully that, helps you, reigning woman. I think that'll help. That should help you at least, put some guardrails up around who you're giving offers to, because at the end of the day, we need qualified leads, we need to make qualified offers, right? When I'm looking through all my stats, I want to count, okay, how many contracts to offers, right? Well, if I can make 100 offers. If I dialed 60 people and everybody picked up, I could make 60 offers, right? But what's the likelihood of those offers being accepted, right? So that's why I want to cater it to reasonable people, like that could actually accept an offer and are in a position to. Aaron, new subscriber here. Binge watch your recent lives, call streams yesterday, doing some hiking mission trails and SD. Great stuff. Awesome. Thanks, Aaron. Glad you're watching. If you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button, like button, notification bell. I'm going to be on here every day for 3 hours a day, dialing sellers. And there's going to be 1 or 2 days a week where I'm going to be taking other people's leads, and I'll close them for them, whether it's cash, creative, novations, whatever. All right, let me just scrub through here. What's ARV? It looks like we came up to like 230. This is how you get additional info. Legendary tactic. Yeah, dude, freaking putting them on hold, quote unquote hold. Let's see. Yeah, I couldn't tell. Did anybody else know? I couldn't tell whether they were talking about meth or what it was. They were definitely talking about something you put up your nose that's not, on the up and up. So is that the best you can do? The reason you push a timeline. Let's see. Yeah, so there was a reason, and normally I would say you're right. Team Liquid. The timeline thing, I think really what it came down to is he was, he was dragged through a long timeline with somebody else in the past, and it tied him up because he stopped working on the house, right? So that was the problem. I do like the question. I probably should have asked, how long ago was this? You see the situation getting any better or worse? Not sure how I could implement that question in there, but I do like the how long ago was this to understand, okay, how, that might help better understand how long he's been actively trying to sell it. Let's see here. Pop back on at the silliest times. Yeah, dude, I do pop back on the silliest times. It's kind of funny. I like catching them in the middle of like weird situation. And yes, he definitely has another problem to solve. It's either meth or coke or something. He's a contractor, so it's got to be one of those. Usually contractors are not doing downers. It's all transparent here. You can always put on the market without doing more remodeling. Yeah, we could possibly put it on the market without doing more remodeling. The problem is it's a new construction. It's not completed, so it's not going to qualify for traditional financing. We will actually list it as a cash deal. So that's an option. The snake wants him to wrap it up. Let's see here. Follow us before. Yeah, this is a one call. Commented during the hold periods. Two hold system. Yeah, two hold system is great. So closing okay, so Aaron, your takeaways were closing process, leveraging the multiple holds, playing good cop, bad cop, and with the underwriters. Brilliant to watch. Awesome. Keep sellers thinking they're not selling too low. Awesome, man. Yeah, that's all really, really good stuff, man. I'm glad you got that value out of it. Andrew Castine is in the freaking chat. What are you doing here? I'm surprised you're here. Yeah, make calls. I got to make more calls, guys, but it is almost 6 o'clock and I'm already at 2 hours and 42 minutes of talk time in the day.
Good job,
and
dude.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it. And
Also,
that,
hi, Andrew.
Yeah. Hi, Andrew. How are you? Yeah, that's the thing. It's like talk time is easy when you focus on building relationships, right? I mean, the funny thing is literally, okay, here's what's funny, because we've been on YouTube live for 2 hours, 42 minutes and 14 seconds. And my total talk time on the day is 2 hours and 42 minutes and 54 seconds. I had a couple meetings. I was meeting with a guy that we were possibly going to be partnering with on some assisted living facilities, which is pretty freaking dope. So that was like a 2.5 hour meeting. So yeah, we'll keep you guys posted about that and definitely share any juicy nuggets we get from that. So Christian, what do you got? Anything you want to add? Can't hear you.
Really?
Maybe he stepped away. I don't know.
No,
Your screen's
I didn't.
black and
No, I'm still here. You can't hear me, huh? Damn.
nope.
Wait, what? You're responding to me?
I mean,
No
I can
way.
hear you now, but yeah, I couldn't hear you.
Oh, got it. Okay, okay. I thought you were like, hey, can you hear me? No, I can't hear you. No, I was gonna say, dude, honestly, there's nothing to add. That was good. And I think the engagement, those questions from all of you guys watching was really good. Any other questions that you have, we'll answer it tomorrow, right? On the live. Because the name of the game is to try and make real estate investing easy, but we're doing that together.
Exactly. So we're still working out the exact schedule. So as soon as we have the nailed down schedule, exactly days and times of when we're going live, we will definitely post it. We'll probably put like a new banner on the YouTube channel that'll have the schedule there on it. So you guys can always reference that. But just know, oh, look, the snaky snake is trying to
Oh,
get to the
yeah.
top. She's trying to get to the deal. She's climbing to the deals. That's what you guys should be doing. You should be reaching up to grab a hold of those deals.
Awesome. Thanks, Team Liquid, Aaron Escobedo, Veronica C, Andrew Castine, of course. Dude, it's always good to see you and hang out with you. You should pop on our mastermind sometime.
Raining
And
Woman.
Raining Woman, that's awesome. You had some good feedback too. And Renee Martinez earlier. And everybody. So have a fantastic evening. And we'll see you tomorrow where we're going to make real estate investing easy.